Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm having all kinds of tech issues today, so it must be a Wednesday, or any day that ends in Y.
Can I say gamer words?
No, we are on Rumble and Kick, and you can certainly say gamer words on Rumble and Kick, but we are also on YouTube, so I would prefer if you didn't say gamer words on YouTube. Spoon.
Oh, okay.
Gamer.
Gamer.
No, no,
The
no. Do you remember like G4, the gamer era? I
yeah.
don't know what it be. I guess it was those words, but not on those TV shows.
No,
I don't know. Is the gamer word Olivia Munn? I remember her. Remember Olivia Munn?
I do
What happened
remember
to her?
Olivia Munn. Yes. Oh, I do indeed remember Olivia Munn.
There's a game. I'm like old unk over here. There's a gamer word.
Yeah,
Olivia, you
Unk.
remember G4 TV? You remember game trailers?
I
Remember
I
when
do in
G4
fact
wasn't just
remember.
about being the Doritos Pope?
Oh right, I can't think of that. Let's see. I have to tweet it out because we are using Restream, and if I use Restream, actually all of us probably do. There's gotta be some other way to do this where I can set up the stream beforehand, but I guess that's why people do like 30-minute long intros. I guess maybe I can extend out our 30-second one since we're using Restream now so that I have a little bit more time than 30 seconds because it's not enough time for me to write a tweet.
I'm laughing here because Ben Shapiro has a tweet here. It says, the revolution is always led by overeducated brokies. And my thinking, does that include yours? Does that include the American one?
I guess.
Yeah, that's like maybe not the smartest thing to say.
Yeah, you think?
Oh, God bless him, a moron.
Indeed. So, we are joined tonight. Bill is doing Dungeons and Dragons tabletop RPG things this evening, so he couldn't join us. But last minute, and thank you for hanging out with us because I thought we should also talk about the show we'll be doing tomorrow. I've asked Scrump to come on, so hello, Scrump. Thank you for hanging out with us. Sorry for all my
Up, Scrump.
boomerisms and stuff. You know, it's going great. But
We are live now.
yes, we are also tomorrow. We'll be doing a stream that
I'm sober.
Yes.
for now.
This is 102.7 The Venus. Tomorrow we'll be launching the Overcast, which means it's over. But don't worry, it's always been over.
It has indeed always been over, and so over indeed it is. Well,
Is that a punchline for the show?
what's the gist? How would you wanna sell this, right? Of the Overcast podcast, which will be
It's not
myself,
going to
you,
be
wait, myself, Scrump,
yeah.
Spoon, Harry Robinson of Lotus Eaters, and Blast Britannica. So yeah.
The thing is, we've got so many people that it's not going to be too structured because it'll end up structured anyway. Because
Right.
you've been like, oh, what structure? What topics do we get? I must write a script. It's like, look, there's like 5 of us. Okay, there's not going to be dead air.
We're just going to be shit posting.
Yeah, probably.
Loosely herded ship kept posting. Don't worry, if things get into a cul-de-sac, I'll just throw a topic out there, or someone will, or I'll demand someone will. If things start to get off kilter, we'll just pick on somebody and make them come up with a topic.
Pick on somebody. That means me. That'll inevitably be me.
No. We should definitely alternate who to pick on.
Okay.
There needs to be some sort of like secret Hitler system.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll always see now. Then I'll have to do my autistic preparation stuff
You can
anyway.
pick on me. I'm the foreigner, basically.
Why? I mean, me too. So
No, you're all northerners. I'm a southern boy.
Maybe we should have like a traitor system where the audience has to guess whose job it is this week to derail the stream.
Oh, you mean by hemispheres?
I can do that every week.
Okay, I was so confused by what you meant by that for a minute. Oh, you meant by hemispheres.
Yeah, like Secret Hitler, you know?
Oh, right. Let me pull this up here also because I want to get the chat up as I do not have it. over here on Restream. There's the chat. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Sorry about that. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going, chat? All right, I wanted to start. You said, I didn't know this was my first thing, is talking about the World Cup, Spoon, because I figured you would want to talk about that a little bit. But I only wanted to talk about it because this was really funny, that Mile must have had this tweet, like, set up, ready to go, in preparation for Argentina winning, and he still posted it. So I don't know if it was just scheduled and he didn't bother to unschedule it, and then didn't bother to delete it because I bookmarked other tweets talking about it, so in case he had deleted it by now, but he didn't. So
Oh yes.
I would say I didn't really buy into the conspiracies, but watching the final, it made me suspicious there might have been one.
that there was something
I
fishy going on.
Well, I don't. I think there was something fishy going on, but I think it's just as simple as FIFA is very corrupt, and they
Yes.
really, really wanted an
Yeah.
American team to be in the final or win if possible, and so they were definitely guiding Argentina's path as really the only viable team from the Americas once Mexico was out.
Mhm.
I also think there was a little bit of that with the
Yeah.
whole Mexico game. England had a bit of a. I know it's within our remit. So, oh, England was a bit hard done by, but England was a bit hard done by this competition
Mm.
because I think there was definitely a feeling in FIFA that an America's team, in quotes, should be in the final. And that meant that England had a very hard game at home against Mexico, which they won. And then had a very difficult
Yeah.
game against Argentina, which they didn't win, but mostly because of actually. I don't think there could be an accusation of, even though the officials were definitely a bit biased towards Argentina the entire competition, England just
Is
didn't
he?
have a very good
One sec.
strategy in that game. They completely fucked up.
Chat says you're quiet. Let me boost you up here. There we go.
Well, me.
Yeah,
me
but
being quiet.
yes,
Yeah.
but I can control it, so I just boosted you up a little bit.
Am I loud enough, chat?
Yeah.
Am I loud enough now?
Hopefully that should be better.
I did boost
My
you, but on my end as well.
Am I
Okay.
too quiet? Let me make sure I've not
Yeah,
got my gain. Oh,
you-
my
you're good
gain's
now.
about right. Tell you what, I'll also we can have a bit more scrump. I'll boost my own gain for the horrible mic noises there. But yeah, no,
There you go.
I think
Mhm.
I think the World Cup definitely did have a bit of a slant there because people been like, oh, it's just England imagining it. They always think they're hard done by, but the Spanish there's been investigations open. The Spanish team isn't happy. UEFA's not happy.
Mm.
UEFA's not happy about basically all of it. So yeah, it has been a bit of a mess.
Why? Wait, actually, why is UEFA pissed?
Well, they were just really annoyed about the whole. Well, they were pissed off about one Argentina's conduct in the game, but before that, they got very pissed off
Oh
about the
yeah.
entire competition because of the Trump intervention with
Yes.
the red card.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you cheat at a game and still lose?
Kind of unfathomable, right? I mean,
Because
like,
you're American and you
well,
think
we
you can
talked
take
about
on
that.
Belgium after you beat 3 teams.
We talked about that the week it happened, which was the extreme copium around it, which is that, yeah, of course, we're allowed to fucking cheat because, that's badass. Trump could just go out there and tell, FIFA what's what, and then lose.
Yeah.
Cheat and still lose.
I will say that was the funniest thing about this World Cup because every World Cup has got its
And then
like
Americans had
moment of
to
either.
briefly pretend to care about football and then go back to and then be like, yeah, I never cared about football. It's like, well, you pretended to
and
5
it's like,
minutes
oh,
ago.
well, who cares? We have GDP and AC. It's like, oh,
Oh
for
yeah,
God's sake.
yeah, that was all very
Cringe.
That was
very
bizarre.
cringe.
I must
Yes.
say, an odd one.
What else?
Fellow Patriots.
What? Patriots?
Fellow Patriots.
That word has been completely just. It's the phrase cringified a thing.
A patriot
It
has
is.
been cringified indeed.
Yeah.
I've realized what you know what people don't talk about anymore, but is completely irrelevant to this zeitgeist, and I need to start bringing it up more. Is the Tea Party? Remember the Tea
I was
Party?
just reading
people?
something about. I was just reading something about them today because it was some leftward. It might be in my show notes. Yes, it was David Pakman. I've got the clip. David Pakman was going off about the Tea Party, in reference to, like, this was, actually, since I've got it, I'll just bring it up, because, I mean, it's within a wider narrative that I was kind of trying to illustrate of things that I think are happening, narratively. Let's see, where is this? Which one is David Pack my ass, man? Oh.
Is that unbearable? I won't even say it. I don't want to get. Because what can you even say on YouTube
This is
anymore?
it.
I usually say everything, but I honestly don't want to get you immediately like demonetized.
It's actually they've relaxed on a lot of things, but
So can we actually play the David Pacman unbearable faggots clip then?
I I mean maybe we want to
Unbearable.
wait a little bit. From my understanding is that unfortunately you've already dropped it, but maybe wait a little bit, like wait like an hour into the stream, and then you can probably. I mean, we've certainly
Okay.
there've been F slurs and hard R's dropped on this show, so I mean,
But for the robots listening, I said flag.
yes,
Um,
you're talking about
like
someone who,
like the quartering.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, like the quartering, a flag it. So this was the David Pacman clip, though, right? Where he brings up the Tea Party, and this is in the context. This was kind of my main thrust of what I want to talk about tonight, anyway, which is all this containment shit and all of this, specifically returning to 2016 like nothing ever fucking happened. Like the last 10 years just did not exist. Going to go right back to the same fucking bullshit at the time. And that's why it's interesting to see David Pacman talking about the Tea Party. And specifically, he was doing so in the context of we need to get rid of the radical left
Oh my
like Hassan
God.
Piker. We need to reel in the radical lefties and sensible Democrats back in control, right? That kind of shtick.
is it finally materializing?
Mm-hmm. It
Like,
is. Here it is.
I can feel him congealing like the T1000. I hate to do it to people, but you know when I get a bee in my bonnet,
I just realized
like when-
something. Now I can't unsee it.
What?
It's Neo Obama. He's coming.
I know. Neo Obama's. He will return.
Neo Obama.
Obama
No,
will
it's
return.
What's that?
in this light, Pac-Man looks like the Reverend in Deadwood.
A little bit. TJ France, thank you for the $5. Ave Crown Crew,
now I
blessed
just-
stream upon you. Thank you again, TJ France.
Yes, please.
And hello, chat. Hello,
yeah,
chat.
you guys don't chill enough. Yeah,
I don't like
first of all,
shilling.
Of course, we here do love the nation of Israel. I thought I'd counteract my previous bad behavior by committing my undying
Thank you.
love to the only democracy.
The only one.
Only democracy.
And there's
in
a
the
bunch
Middle
of that
East.
going on. Because that's part of this stuff, right? Of this, let's roll things back to return to Obama. Which is that, while the left is, like David Pacman here, trying
'cause
to
that's what we
reel
need.
in,
More-
the radical lefty commie types that are, discussing
David
that you're
Pacman
supposed
does
to
look like
hate.
he has like a head.
Yeah, I mean, like Hassan Piker is there for you to hate him. Like that's for him to be a stinky leftoid, as you've put it. Whereas
You think he knows that?
Hassan Piker, I think he recognizes when he feels like his grift is under attack. So I mean, because he's been out there, he got into some fucking bullshit with. He went on a little tirade at some speech he gave. I think it was at a university. He's dressed like Chairman Mao, by the way. He's becoming increasingly more ridiculous in that sense. And of course, it's being reported on by like, oh, this is fascism. Or a fascistic-like speech. That's what I've seen people say about it, that kind of thing. So, that stuff, you've got David Pacman and the lefties, and actually, and quite a few of them, because Bill Maher has also decided to wait, and Bill Maher and the sensible Democrat, right? Like the one that even conservatives like, Bill Maher, whatever, and John Fetterman have all been talking about Hassan and the far left and how the Democrats and the left have to reel in their extreme elements. And he's going to talk here about how the right did that with the Tea Party, right? Which is an interesting comparison. But here it goes. Also, I fucking insane to act like the Tea Party was extremely radical or something, but that's apparently how he remembers it.
Well, that's what they did. That was the whole thing at the time. I remember. I remember Colbert, the original Colbert.
Oh yeah, the tea baggers or whatever. That's what they called him, wasn't it?
Yes.
It's very cringe. Here, let's watch David pack my ass, man. Though cry about it. Yeah, I'd forgotten like the tea bagging stuff and the Colbert late night hosts making fun of all the. Yeah, lolberts.
The Democratic Party is showing the early signs of the same disease that destroyed the Republican Party. I've got so many friends on the left texting me and saying, David, we're not going to allow the same thing to happen on the left that Trump did to MAGA. That
Get ready to get fucking contained, Hassan.
Trump and MAGA did to
Get
Republicans.
ready to get put away, bro.
Republicans back in 2010, their leaders laughed at the Tea Party. Conspiracy theorists, they're far-right internet trolls, they're not going to do anything. And then the Tea Party took over local organizations, threatened primaries, built their own media universe.
Do you remember this?
Yeah, I remember this.
I
It was
don't.
because no, it was.
I don't remember the
every
Tea Party
time-
taking over.
No, it took over grassroots stuff that didn't mean
Yes.
anything quite
Yeah.
quickly, but
Yeah.
it was not allowed to get any further.
Yeah.
It had a moment, just like the MAGA stuff had a moment, in which people came in and went, "No more rhino shit.
Yeah.
All this rhino shit, we're not doing it anymore."
Because I was in.
And it happens every time.
Yes.
Every
The
people weren't happy
momentum
with Bush,
and the energy goes into it,
Um,
yeah, and then
and
it's
Bush
dissipated.
was sold to them as like the Christian conservative candidate, and so they went out and we're gonna save, we're the real Republicans, and we'll save the Republican Party. I keep telling people, like, that's why I wrote that whole freedom fries thing,
Mhm.
because like I've had the Tea Party thing in my back pocket for a while now, and I
Mhm.
might just really start pushing it because people did
Well,
forget about it.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
the
I
whole
was
thing is
involved in that, but
the
I
Tea Party
don't
got
remember.
Yeah.
It's been over a decade, man. I can't. Well over. Damn, that's been like 15 plus years now, I think.
Yep.
Fuck. I'm old.
No, I found that whole thing fascinating.
Mhm.
Because what you had was stuff going on, kind of preoccupy really a lot of that stuff, and there was some overlap with some of the internet protests. This is what we're talking here, 2000 and
10, 2012?
right?
Tea
Yeah, I'm
Party?
trying to think. The Tea Party was kind of it was
2010, I think,
oh,
is like the height. I have peak Tea Party content I can show you, which is from DC Douglas, voice actor for Albert Wesker from the Resident Evil series. He put out this thing that was about the Tea Party because he drunk dialed some Tea Party organizer or something and said a bunch of fucked up shit to her, I guess. It's a very dated, very cringe video, but it's because I used
Well,
to
it
know
was-
DC Douglas.
yeah,
That's why I'm
started
familiar
into-
with it.
It started in 2007, 2008.
Was it that long
really,
ago?
the Tea
Yeah.
Party stuff?
I
Yeah,
guess so,
but
yeah.
I think it really reached its
16
height
years
with
ago.
Ron Paul.
Yes.
Was it Ron Paul 2010?
I voted for Ron Paul the first time I wrote him in 2008, but he was active
No,
in
no,
the
Ron Paul. I mean, in Ron Paul 2008, and then it was the 2010 midterms. Was it the 2010 midterms?
I think it
wasn't
was 2010. Here's this terrible video that you want to blast from the fucking past with this guy
Yeah, 'cause it was
complaining
the
about
2010
the Tea
midterms where
Party.
they were the big factor there.
Tea Party PSA. DC Douglas, bitch slaps Freedom Works. This is gonna be epic. Are you ready for this epic
Oh, are we doing-
video?
But again, we've been doing the alt Republican thing for a very long time
Yes.
now.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So this was published 16 years
Well, Alex
ago,
Jones
right?
was involved in the Tea Party
Yeah.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Originally. It's the same stuff. It's we're going to retake the Republican Party from the rhinos. Doesn't happen. Gets written to history as a joke.
Well, again, it takes people's political energy and
There
gives
we
them some
go.
place to expend it, and then it just gets evaporated out into the ether.
Because that's what MAGA will be talked about
Oh,
like
yes.
in like 10 years.
In 10 years, MAGA will
remember
be-
the Tea Party?
Remember
You
MAGA?
remember Pat Buchanan?
Oh my
goodness
fucking
me.
god. I mean, MAGA was certainly a lot bigger, obviously. You know, Trump was
Remember
president
Ron
twice.
Paul?
I do remember Ron Paul.
I remember Ron Paul. Oh, remember all those times that we said, oh, no more rhinos, and yet the rhinos implausibly stayed in power.
And I think that they're it seems to me that the direction of the future direction of the Republican Party via their own messaging is it won't be freedom fries, it'll be freedom for holies, because I think it's going to be Marco Rubio. I'm seeing a lot of pushing
Oh,
towards Rubio
God.
and a lot of distancing
Yep.
from Vance, because Vance the fall guy. Vance is the fall guy for
The
Trump.
Hispano realignment of the Republican
Yep.
Party is coming,
Yep.
where we're having Neo Obama's going to go up against
Marco
yeah,
Rubio,
some sort
probably.
of salsa,
Yeah.
salsa republicanism.
Yep.
I
is
jumped
inevitable.
the border, and so I know that you shouldn't jump the border because I was here first. Damn it!
Right?
Um,
God damn it. I mean, we're all Americans, aren't we? Here.
Marco Rubio, because you jumped over it first.
You jumped over it legally, I think is what they'll go with, but essentially that's it, right?
It's gonna be gay, isn't it?
Oh, it's all gonna be gay. Speaking of gay, do you want to watch this really gay
Yeah.
video and see how much you can tolerate of it? A Tea Party flashback from the voice of Albert Wesker. Well, I'll see. It's only 5 minutes. I'll see how much I can tolerate. Apple martini with a caramel floater plus TV news coverage of a historic healthcare vote and access to an iPhone. Can equal. Oh no, DC Douglas drunk dialed Freedom Works. Wow,
Fox News alert. Back now to our top story. An actor known to tens of millions of folks.
That's Lance Baxter, who's better known as DC Douglas. Recently called
I do think Mega will eventually be thought of like the fucking Tea Party.
That's
That's
a nasty voicemail.
probably gonna
Here's the
happen.
voicemail.
Need to know
People took it real seriously at
They
the
did.
time.
mentally retarded
Yeah.
who work for the
Mostly because the
organization
left
when
played
they're
into it.
not.
Yes.
That's the other part of the dialectic there.
Yeah.
In the Colbert and John, the first kind of startings of the Jon Stewart stuff, and back when it was
Yes.
still what's his face?
I remember them being very upset. It took me a minute to put my mind back in that headspace of again, like, yes, 16 years ago. But yeah, all of the Jon Stewarts and Colbert types did take it seriously. Like there was this. I don't think they were calling them Nazis though. I don't know if it was. I guess they must
Oh
have
no,
been.
they definitely
they?
were.
No, they did.
I
They
just don't
called
remember
Bush a
that.
Nazi, for Christ's
Well,
sake.
that's true, I
They
guess.
always
They've been
know.
calling them Nazis since Reagan.
I just don't remember. I guess I don't know. I was 20, right? Or I was 18 or 20, so I don't. Even though I was
Back in the
politically interested, I
time
just
where
don't
we were
remember it
all
being
young
that.
and naive and
Yeah, I
posting
don't remember
the
it being that intense. But again, I was in college. I was less politically involved. Minnesota Fats for Two says the digital age collapse can't come soon enough.
Yeah,
I
kind
don't
of
think
agree with
I
that.
don't think it's gonna come anytime soon though. But
You should.
AI
thing
is
is, they-
definitely going to collapse.
Yeah, well, that's what
Ex-
I actually think AI's basically already collapsed.
yeah, like, well, it went fucking everywhere. Clearly too far, and now it's rolling back. Right?
I've seen some companies rehiring people because the AI shit is not actually what it's cracked up to
Well,
be. It's not
yeah,
as useful as
it
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 is
can't.
sold.
They thought immediately, oh great, yeah, we can just fire everybody and we can get the computers to run all this shit without realizing that the computers actually suck and are nowhere near capable of doing
Yeah.
what people can do and not.
That
won't
must be a tough hiring. Like, yeah, sorry about it. Fired you.
already
Can you
get-
come back now? Like,
I already get terrible
on,
junk LLM emails that are supposed to be from not official, but from companies that I'm working kind of with, or the company I'm working for as a contractor is working with. You do get these absolute spiel pieces of padded nonsense, and you really do like. I have to not reply, being like, "Can you not like send me unnecessary paragraphs written by an LLM
I hate
and
it.
waste my time, please?"
I mean, it is so much wasted text with the way that I can't stand the way that they write. It's just so much excessive text, and I write excessive text, so I know what that's like. But it actually means something. It's not just like fucking just paragraphs that say nothing.
Well, you know how a children's TV host will talk in a very reassuring but confident
Right.
and fast tone in a way that doesn't really allow much time for you to feel bored, doesn't allow much time to
Mhm.
feel like much of anything. And they'll move on to different subjects and they'll talk around something and they'll say it's stupendous, it's wonderful. Well, over here you see this and it's like this and it's these adjectives and there's these verbs and a lot of it, I think it is just words to like people go, "Bleh." Their fucking
Yeah.
brains dribble out their head by like word number 12 and
Yeah.
they feel like they've had their question answered.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is just verbal padding. It's the verbal
Diarrhea.
padding that a salesman, a manager, a politician. I hate. It's basically waffling. It's borderline kvetching. Honestly, it's just
that's a good word to
it is
use.
just-
It always
it's-
is.
Yeah, it's LLM kvetching. No, it's just waffle. It's what like confidence people do. It's what inspirational speakers do. It's what the LLMs have found that people find reassuring.
Yeah.
Which is structured looking and relatively wordy, but not too wordy. It's
But it's
not
in
all
this
50%
corpo
words,
wordy,
but yeah.
safe, soft, hedging
Yay.
All $5
language.
words, no $10 words.
No, absolutely no big words. You know what? Like I run mine, all my scripts and even like the articles I publish on Substack. I'll run it through an AI just for like a grammar check. One of the things that it did is that I tell it, don't touch anything. And then I have to recheck anyway, because it will. But it's like, don't touch anything, just check it for grammar and spelling and that kind of stuff. It deleted the word verisimilitude. Because it was just like, and I'm sure that it went, that's too big of a word. That word's been used a lot recently in the context of the Odyssey stuff, which I've got some things on, because I'm seeing a lot of people saying, oh, you know, they put out this shit movie.
Very bizarre that you would use that word, considering I used it in my last video.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, were you
Had
talking about
nothing
the
to do with
Odyssey?
the Odyssey,
That's
actually.
weird.
Phobia. Are we doomed to hear that word for like a couple weeks now and then never hear it again?
Well, I use the term verisimilitude somewhat, and whenever I talk about media psych stuff, because it has, you know, pertinence there. But I wasn't talking about the Odyssey. I was talking about women's erotica and smut, which is the
Of course
video's
you
almost
were.
done. The video is almost done.
you horny elf
You
girl,
it is
said
for a
that. You
video.
said that with such aggression.
Well,
I was
because
talking
it's
about Odyssey. I was
disgusting.
talking about
It's
smut.
genuinely disgusting. These books, and
Disgusting human beings.
it is.
But yeah, that's because
Yeah.
it's written for women who are gross.
Yeah, but women are fucking gross in terms of.
Yeah, when it comes to sex, women are actually disgusting. Everyone thinks men are perverts. Like, no, women are way fucking worse. It's not even close.
With men, at least it's up front, right? Like, you can see it. It's just right there. I got it. Tits, whatever. You know,
I
with
joked
women,
before
it's
in a
just
video. I've
weird.
overheard women talk about sex, and I'm still traumatized by it.
That
It
was the
actually is
weirdest
disgusting.
finding, but it made total sense and aligned with my personal experiences of how I've seen women behave and what I've heard people say about women's behavior, which is that regarding the sex stuff. Because I've always been an autist and never had a whole lot of female friends, and the female friends I do have are very conservative, right? So, I mean, quite literally, very far right, you know, on the like fascist side in some cases. Anyway, so
Based.
I've never really been friends with a whole lot of women like that, but I was for briefly in college. And one of the things that I found in the research there was that 85%, I think, was the number. It was in the mid to high 80s. I think it was 85% of women said that they discussed, readers of erotic fiction said that they discussed it with friends and family members. It was like 9%, something like that. It was under
Family
10
members?
said that they discussed it with family members. Yes. Which to me was like,
What the hell is
it was
wrong
like
with you?
9%. I think, let me find it because I want the exact statistic on this. Because it was like, what? 6%. Sorry, it wasn't that disgusting. It was 85% discussed
still
with
too
other
high.
people, 65% with friends, 34% with fellow readers, meaning like online or on forums, 27% with romantic partners, and 6% with family members. That's fucking weird. What
I
the
don't know.
fuck? Who?
Is that
When you
is that
say
six-
Maybe
family
like
members, you
a
mean like
sister?
sisters or
I would
whatever.
hope like a sister, because if it's your mom and you're talking to your mother about the porn novel you've read.
From the materials that I imagine it may have been their step brother in quotes, or they might just be saying it because they think that's funny. Not funny, but fun.
It's still 85%. I talked about this briefly before, I think, maybe in the group chat, which is that like, or maybe with you, Spin, I don't remember. 85% of men who consume pornography, which is a lot of them, do not talk about it in detail with anyone else. That is such a
No.
weird thing that, like, again, if they
It's
consume...
also the case. I'm sure you've seen it in the findings there too, but it's also the subject matter and extremity.
Well, I couldn't find anything about
Yes.
that, but because that's what I was used
Really?
to. No, there's been no research on it, which
Ooh,
is
I'll give you that's a bit
why
of
do you
a bit of a
think?
virgin area then, if you'll excuse the pun.
Well, I'm
You're
sure I
fine.
know why, which is because there's always, look, the only people who study this stuff are all feminists. They're all women and they're all feminists, and it's all about like, oh, we have to reduce the
They're all
harmfulness of
gross.
porn and blah 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 blah. So they don't care about that kind of stuff enough to
We've
research
reduced the
it. And
harmfulness.
I
Are you
guarantee
kidding me? The
they haven't
shit those
even
people want.
noticed it. I guarantee they're not even aware of it because they probably engage with it. I found out, by the way, today, after having written all this shit and being almost finished editing the video, that one of the authors on a study that I cited is a porn writer herself. Smut author herself.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Which recontextualized that study a little bit, right? Of, I mean, I don't know if they just put, I think
Basically
maybe
a
they put her
lobby
as,
then.
I think
Is this
they,
the smut lobby?
the title of the video
May
I
as
have
well be,
on the
no.
thumbnail I have tentatively is Smut Empire. So, like,
No. You should put it as Empire of Smut and have the It's Also Tiresome.
I mean, that was kind of the...
That's actually so much better.
Is Empire of Smut better than Smut Empire? Just because of the Empire of Dust
Yes.
reference?
And
Alright.
you need to have the Also Tiresome.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
Empire.
I'll see how I can. I took. I don't know if I can make the same face as the It's All So Tiresome guy. His face is so tired. By the way, that's the subtitle of the stream. So it
Also, he
all
is
comes
just
back to
Chinese. He
being
looks like
tired
that
the
all
I
whole
the
don't
time.
know if I could look that tired. What was that, Spencer?
He is Chinese though. He just looks
Yeah.
Chinese.
I don't know if I could look
Yeah, but like he's not
Chinese.
pulling a face. Like, well, obviously
Yeah,
you're not Chinese.
he just looks Chinese. That's what he
Yeah,
looks
if
like.
you're over 30 and you're Chinese, that's just what you look like because you smoke like 50 a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, right, true.
Especially if you're in that part of the world, because fucking hell, having to deal with that on a daily basis.
Do you want to keep watching
I
this
do like
cringe
how
Tea Party thing, or just move on? We're just hanging out.
Well,
It's
Yeah.
whatever.
we can. What other topics have we got? We could talk.
Okay,
We
let
didn't
me
quite
actually
finish
talk about
the whole-
that.
Spoon. You've got like no words in edgeways because the woman started talking as soon as you wanted to talk about the World
That's
Cup.
true. You should, and I know.
Yes,
Let's
but
get back
that
to
happens all the time.
Yeah, sorry. Whoops.
But there's been mixed
Hoodie.
reports. Honestly, I think that this World Cup will go down as actually eminently forgettable in many ways.
Yes, I agreed.
Um,
Yeah, I did notice there was not a lot of like energy around it. It was just kind of like, oh, there's a World Cup. Like I've gone through several of them, and this one was, like I mean, it's just kind of weird, but there was more of a vibe around the South African one, and I wasn't even in the country during that period. I was in Ireland, and
there
even
wasn't a
then there was
vibe. Yeah, there wasn't really a vibe here about the world. There was a vibe about the team because the team obviously got to the semi-finals, and they've been used to being a bit disappointed. There was definitely back England a bit here, but that always happens during the World Cup,
Well, yeah.
and people just like an excuse for that. It wasn't more so than usual. I'd say really.
Look, I just wanted
was-
the Americans to get clapped because of the weird showboating that was going on about how
The
like
ego, yeah.
the ego in and the in terms of, yeah, we're gonna kick your asses, we don't even care about this game kind of shit. So it was like, well, you need to be taken
Yeah.
down for a little
We don't
peg
even
or
know
two
who
with
you
that
are.
hubris, right?
Yeah.
You can't both not care about the game and think it's stupid and also obviously care
You're gonna
about
beat
winning.
everyone.
Yeah, so pick a lane.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
the
don't. I
thing
hate
that
that shit. I hate that. Ugh.
Lamented pointed this out about Americans, and I think it's very true. He said
Lamented is an American,
Americans
by
are
the
on the one
way.
hand,
So it's not,
yes,
just to be clear,
yeah, but
or a
he
friend.
did make a point that I think is true, that Americans on the one hand think that they're the uber empire, everyone else must bow down, they're the greatest thing since sliced bread, and also they're the plucky underdog.
Yeah, you can't be both. And I mean, he is correct in that
Yeah.
observation because it is this
Yes.
perpetual dualistic nature where, yes, we're the plucky new guy, underdog, a brand new young nation of, young
Yeah,
go-getters,
and
right?
when
And
and the thing is,
incontrovertible
I've
global hegemon.
hegemon,
it?
yeah. My favorite thing that they boast about when they're lost is
favorite
immediately
Pokemon.
start reflexing to the GDP and disposable income and that kind of shit.
Yep,
I'm like,
my GDP.
you do realize,
My GDP.
yeah, you come off, yeah, but
Number
it
go
also
up.
tells me that they, as a person or as a people, they define themselves by this exceptionalism. And when that's
Capitalism.
gone, they instantly
Materialism.
reflect to something that makes them winner. Yeah, and they don't seem to understand everyone else doesn't give a shit about that. Like, if you just didn't open your freaking mouth and think you're going to beat everyone, no one would make fun of you. But you did dumb thing on the internet, and everyone knows how that works. You're going to get made fun of for
I'm
doing
an
dumb thing on the
American.
internet.
I like Americans, but it is annoying from an outside perspective. If you're in on it, right? You're part of the club. It's very fun. It's very enjoyable. We're the best, but we're also the underdog. So we're always, we're always the not just winners, but the best winners because things are stacked against us because we're young and plucky or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Again, these things can't both exist.
You know what's-
And if you're in that position, though, that's fun. It makes people feel very patriotic. We were talking about how the word patriot has become completely and utterly sloppified to the point where the only people I see using patriot now predominantly are people using it
Patriot
ironically.
Front.
No, people are using it ironically, being like just calling someone a patriot for, I don't know, doing something really stupid.
I was making fun of patriots before it was cool.
I
In
know.
that sense.
Do you want some recognition for making fun of patriots before it was cool?
No, I'm desperately trying to find a meme. There it is. There it is. I'm sure I've shown you oh goddamn it. I'm sure I've shown you this one before, but let me desperately make it actually save properly. trying to click off Telegram there. But this is just called Pello Patriots. There we
Hello,
go. That's what I
Patriots.
always
Oh
think
god,
of when someone says Patriot now.
I mean,
Hello,
I can
hang
hear
on,
in
Patriots.
the
let me
voice
open
as
it.
well.
Oh, it's gonna
Hello,
open over here.
Pelicans.
Arrow. Yeah, there we go.
This is
Well,
how the world ends.
Welcome to annoying character.
yep,
With
there he
leaders.
is. There he is.
Oh, Misa Patriot. Misa Save America. This is what like the fucking Hodge twins look like to me. Oh, America very bad.
I will say, of all the people that are on that side of things
The
that are
Hodgmans are the. I
at
do
least
actually.
somewhat
Yeah,
sane, yeah, they are at
they're all
least
right.
they're
Entertaining.
very up to date with like the language that they present is very normy, but I gather their
Yes.
opinions based on some of the guests that they have. They are very let's just say aware of certain tribesmen.
Yes, they've made that clear.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean they
Senator
literally
Binks
they.
really
But
speaks to
but
me.
is that the allowed for, right? That they can make little jokes
I don't know
about it
why, but
essentially,
it's
or
really
that's what
funny
it
to
is.
hear them go, "Oh, yeah, I know that," but it's really fun to hear them go, "Here's then Ben, you're Jewish." Like that's funny. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
But
but that's
they're
the kind
allowed
of
to
stuff that
do
you're
that. It's
allowed to
low.
do, right? So it's the
They,
playful banter, but
yeah,
don't get too serious. You wouldn't want to be
they get
anti-Semitic.
it for
Yeah, but
being.
no one watches Heartstrings for serious political takes. You
No,
watch
I
them
know,
because they're
but
funny.
that's exactly it. That's exactly it, right? Anybody who's there's two directions I see occurring simultaneous in terms of returning to Obama, which is we're gonna sweep up the commies, like the far leftoids that we've propped up, and we're gonna sweep away the all of the actual far right stuff
no,
in order to
Breadshoot's
return.
really gonna take over, guys.
No, it's
Hassan Pike is gonna take over. The Social Democrats are. It really. He's kind of right about the Tea
Yeah.
Party thing, but in the wrong way. In that the Tea
oh
Party was
yeah,
a
let's get back.
boogeyman that got
They
laughed
were, yeah.
at, and was a boogeyman to whip up the left.
Let's
And
get back to
Hassan
that. Yeah.
Piker is like they taught him wrong as a joke.
Yes, they did teach
Um,
him wrong as a joke, and he is going to be swept away. And anybody who wants to
I
continue
disagree
to
with
have
that part.
have a place in the Con Inc. sphere going forward is going to have to be an Israel show. I mean, because we're just right back into
I don't
neocon fucking city.
I don't think they taught him wrong. I just think they taught him and he just took it wrong because he's that more of a moron.
No, they
yeah, he's stupid.
he personally might be a bit of an
Yeah, that's
idiot,
the
but he
point.
knew how to play the role that he was assigned, and he's
Are
doubled
you
down
sure?
on
You
it.
sure he isn't just naturally just a moron?
They just boosted him. No,
They
I don't think he had really much part of this at all. I think he
no
just got boosted. They
yeah
just boosted him to the fucking same with Destiny. Like Destiny's
yeah.
not competent. He's not watchable.
Well,
They just
Destiny
boosted
was
him.
involved in this
They-
this shit with Hassan, where like, I guess Destiny wanted to speak or debate Hassan at this event that he was at, and I look, I don't know what happened, guys. If I'm being
Just
honest,
like
I don't
some
give
of
a
like
fuck.
the
So
top people in
something
that like retard sphere of
there
propped up
happened.
leftists, like Destiny, Hassan. There's this. Is it Brian Tyler Cohen or something like that?
Some sort
The
of
chat will
Cohen.
know.
I mean, that tells me what I need to know.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck. Sorry, speaking of David Pack my ass, man, we cut him off a little bit there talking about the Tea Party, but I wanted to talk about
He
that.
does have Lego hair, doesn't he?
He does. He really does actually. I'm curious more about your analysis on the Tea Party stuff, Scrum, because I haven't thought about it in a long time, and it was funny you brought it up when I just had watched this earlier today. But let's get back to David Pack my ass, man.
And eventually were part of a process that gave us Donald Trump. The left and Democrats can't make the same mistake. There is a small group of far left extremists gaining influence inside youth groups.
It's just when they all start to say shit like this in unison that, sorry, my ears perk up, it's like, ooh, what's going on?
And party organizations.
Jesus, this is 7 minutes. We're not gonna watch all this shit. Fuck.
Because they spend
Yay. I say, what's going? Somehow that video is less gay than David Pacman, who, wowie.
That's not really that surprising, though. I mean, it is David Packman.
God, he is a flaming homosexual.
he's got like weird, like I don't know.
He does have
something
Lego
like-
hair.
he does have Lego hair, but he always comes across like a slight psychopath.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yes.
I don't think
Yeah.
he
100%
actually
agreed.
experiences
A
life
little
in the
a
way
little,
that other people do.
I agree. He's definitely on like the spooky side.
a little Patrick Bateman-y,
There,
right?
there is there is definitely a certain
He's like shit
psychopathic nature
Patrick
to him.
Bateman. He's like Patrick Bateman. Patrick Bateman cleaned toilets.
Yeah. But there is something about him that if you hear him talk about some subjects, you can just tell he is a product purely of like bureaucratic procedure. Like he has no positions. He believes in absolutely fucking nothing.
No, of course not. He's a
He's a part of the algorithm.
regime shill stooge. Yes.
Stooge.
So that's
Yeah.
why it's like, okay,
Yeah,
look, it's
absolutely.
time to we need to. All right, we've gone a little far with this shit. We got to reel in the Hassan Piker parts and elements of our cadre. And that's what it seems to be. I think it really is what we're going to see in the next couple years is going to be very. I think you've called it, as you have many things, Scrump, on this, which is that it's going to be very much return to freedom fries and just go back to fucking 2008 again. And I'm saying that because the big news stories of the week that I have seen all over my fucking feed are all about trannies that are like just gross, and that's the whole thing, and they're just insane. And the one I'm so convinced is an actor or someone doing a bit. I mean, it is a real person, but it's so over the top that it's just it's farcical. It's total right back to at least going back to 2012.
The truth.
Yes, it's so tiresome.
Those
I'll be honest, the main thing
We've
that
got
I've
any trannies around here that
Definitely
we can pull out in order to distract people from the fact that the Iran war is still going on and has started up again, and that more American soldiers have died. This has cost how much? I do have the number on how many billions of dollars it's cost, and that we're throwing all of this onto J.D. Vance, by the way, and putting it on him. And that's why J.D. Vance is going out there and saying, being critical of Israel, and then in unison, all of the Israeli shills, they all line up to say, well, J.D. Vance has got to go. We're all behind Marco Rubio. He is the future, the nice, melanated future of America, right? We are the conservatives. Fucking A. Anyway.
vote for the GOP.
Yeah, I don't know what else. Let's just let him go off for a minute, I guess.
All day online organizing and enforcing ideological purity and attacking anyone who disagrees. Now, let me be very clear. I am not talking about people who want Medicare for all and
What? You see what I mean? Medicare
you
for
are.
all in 2026. Like this kind of these are like
It's like boomer
literally
shit.
going back in time. What the fuck is going on? I mean, I think I know, but it feels like I'm in a time warp. Let's do the time warp again.
affordable housing. I want all that stuff. I'm with all that stuff.
Listen,
I'm a
portable housing then.
social
Portable. I mean, he probably would like some portable housing, I'm guessing. Someplace where his boyfriend can fuck him on the go.
democrat in the style of Northern Europe. Of course I want those things. These
Oh
right
god,
back
this
to-
is
yes,
literally Bernie
social-
talking points.
This is 2008. What the fuck? Right? It's
Yeah,
just, it's
Bernie
so
talking
bizarre
points.
to hear this shit that is directly lifted from Bernie talking points in 2008, 2012.
Yeah.
These are folks who treat political warfare like a full-time job. And when they can't build their
That's
own
literally what you do.
coalition-
That is your full-time job, David.
Yeah, that's literally what you do, David. What the hell are you talking about?
But he does it right. This is the correct way. His way is the way forward, I guess.
By
They
what?
attach
By massive amount of government funding?
I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, nothing fucking
I
changes.
mean, he's visited the White
with
House
this
under the
shit.
previous administration, so
With nothing fucking
No.
changes at all. This is all theater. It's all fake and gay. But the players, I guess, are going to change around a little bit. The slogans will change again, or I guess just revert.
that's a
It
really
sounds like it.
creepy freeze frame.
It is.
Why
yeah.
does he light from like the bottom?
He really does give off like minor psychopath vibes. Like,
So okay, can someone like take this and just remove the background and just give him like in a background of a creepy like
yeah,
a cult symbol with some candles around him?
yeah. Hang on.
I
I'll
reckon you
let
can
him
make
talk for a
something
minute
out
while
of
I do it. Hang on.
themselves to popular causes. They take real concerns about healthcare, housing, police misconduct, and use them to sell what is actually an authoritarian worldview. Now, there
What does that
are
even mean?
things
No, it's
in
words on it.
DSA, for example, Democratic Socialists of America, that are good and that I agree with.
Of course.
But there's also some stuff in there that I think doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we got to walk back from that. Oh, it's just.
Like, is he going to tell us?
Yeah, let's see.
I saw their new platform.
I mean, didn't watch this. I read it because Yeats typed out the script ahead above this tweet.
Promises a country where you have no debt, you pay no rent, no mortgage, you receive publicly funded housing, publicly funded retirement, food, education, energy, medicine, transportation.
I mean, we could have these things, David. I don't think you'd like
What
the
the-
conditions
what-
under which you'd need to. What kind of country you'd
insane
need to have in order for
utopian
you
bullshit
to
do you
obtain
think-
these things. I don't like you'd like the type of government. I don't think
don't
you'd
know
like
what-
the type of people who would be in that country.
You could go far, far, far on the autobahn. Yeah.
You could go. You wouldn't like it though. You wouldn't like it, David.
You
I don't
wouldn't
think
like
you'd
the kind of government that lets you go far, far, far on the
the
autobahn.
Autobahn. I don't think so.
I don't think you kind of like the kind of government that has wide roads and people's cars.
No,
Uh,
I get the feeling David wouldn't be super fond of that. Let me go back to this. Well,
I don't think they'd be particularly fond of him either, to be honest.
Well, no, of course not. Let me let it play for a minute. I don't know, we'll let this go until I finish my Photoshop, which will take
Has
like a
anyone
minute.
ever spoken to and met a Pac-Man fan?
I don't think they
Do they
exist.
actually exist?
Do you remember? I don't think Pac-Man has been like a weird barnacle for an
Yes.
extremely long time.
Oh, he always
I
has been.
remember him.
HB's been making fun
Yeah,
of him for
agreed.
He
a
was an
fucking decade
even
now,
like
you know?
more B-tier
up, Jay?
broadcaster.
Hello.
Back in back in the I hate to say the Gamergate. He was
Yeah.
around during Gamergate.
He's been around for forever. Jake Cotto, 345, has been a member for 35 months. Thank you so much, man. Says, nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Yes, indeed. Right.
Yeah.
Anyone can see. Fuck, I can't. I'm out of tune. I tried to do that and then it was completely off key. Nothing
You're good.
really matters to me. Anyway, there we go. It picked it back up.
If that's Queen, that's kind of hard to sing.
It is. It's true. It's Freddie Mercury. Like, give me a break.
It's Freddie Mercury, yeah.
I'm just a poor boy.
We're gonna get fucking copyright claimed.
I need no. I'm not that good.
Freddie, don't be Oh, never mind. I can't make that.
Here you go. Let's go high. Yes. Anyway,
All right, let's
I
let
was
this.
And
deliberately
it's-
off key to make sure we don't.
By the way, I cannot listen to that song without thinking of Lee Evans doing the skit to it.
Lee Evans is pretty good for that. That is a good skit.
Yeah. It's a really great skit when he like pretends to give birth and punts a baby. That's the. If you don't know what I mean, just look up type in Bohemian Rhapsody Lee
Wow.
Evans and you'll see the
Whoa,
bit.
Spoon,
And
you
then
were
he flips
right
it
about
off.
that.
What?
Hang on, I'm almost done with putting David Pac-Man in that pose over top of a satanic symbol. Wow,
Oh, does it look accurate?
Hang on, I gotta. Fuck. Yeah,
No.
it looks quite good. Here, let me save this real quick and bring it up. But
If you give him long hair, he literally looks like the preacher from Deadwood, and I can't unsee it. 'Cause
it's
the
his
preacher,
black
it's quite funny 'cause
eyes, like a doll's
Yeah,
eyes.
he-
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, but the preacher also goes cockeyed and says crazy shit
Yeah. Did I
because
save it
he's
in
like
here?
he's like a lesion in his brain.
Where did
So
I save
yeah,
this to? What the fuck? What have I done? Where did I save it?
Where am I? Where is
That was
it?
you,
What
Taylor.
time is it?
Dude,
There we
where,
go.
where are we?
Where are we?
21:36.
Really?
Seriously,
What
a
year
black
is it?
man is president?
Fuck.
Um,
Apparently, there we go. See?
that looks
You see what
that's
I
the
mean?
best he's ever looked.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I can't zoom in better.
Was he not born in Argentina to a Jewish family?
No, it was, no. He's not. He wants to be.
I'm sure he wants to be. Yeah. That
Remember, guys.
it's kind of astonishing.
Libertarianism is when you use dollars instead of your country's currency.
Yeah, that's it.
Libertarianism.
That's
The
proper
more dollars you use,
libertarianism.
the more libertarian you are.
Yeah.
Google says his father was a psychiatrist. Oh my god, that's pretty funny.
Oh, he probably got diddled or something then. Anyway, I think we mostly got the gist. I'll let him rant for another second.
Sounds incredible because it is incredible. How would they create
That's because it's insane.
government ownership?
Incredible if he were in Spain. What?
One thing I just find very bizarre about the left is they have a complete fictionalized view of human nature.
Well,
They
yes.
just think like, look, if we give all of these people money, they will somehow take care of the people. It's like, what fucking insane world do you live in Like, you constantly complain about the wealthy. You just think, like, oh, if we could just get a better class of politicians, they will in no way mix with the very moneyed interests that we complain about all fucking damn day long. It's like, what
Well,
the
they're
hell?
Spoon,
How
they're
are you
women.
this dumb?
They've been that way. They're women spiritually or otherwise. So they're always going to be like that. They've been that way since the dawn of time. They're always going to complain about things being
It's like
unfair.
exceptionally stupid.
Yeah, it's female behavior. It's just that's typical fucking female behavior. So it's women and spiritual women who act like that. We're like, oh, this isn't fair. And there's no fixing it. It's human nature, at least in terms of the actual women.
It's human
right?
nature to be this retarded?
It's human nature for women to be overly caring, and there's a reason for
I'm
that.
afraid,
Again,
Spoon,
evolutionarily.
it is indeed human nature for women to be retarded.
Yeah. To
Be
be overly
retarded?
caring because women are supposed to care about children. The problem is that instead they care about politics, and I realize the irony of the statement coming from me, but yeah.
To be fair, you are kind of a weirdo.
Thank you, Spoon.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate that. I actually do.
I don't mean that negatively.
I know.
I'll stick up for you, Aiden. I only think you're a bit of a weirdo.
Aw.
Yeah.
Hey, we can
I
be
can say the same
nice.
thing for you, Scrump.
A bit.
Yeah, Scrump's kind of a weirdo.
You're not a weirdo, Spoon. But you're like one of the
I
only
feel like
people- I don't
compared to
know.
some of the people I'm around, I'm very normal. To the point where I'm kind of boring.
I wouldn't. You're
No, I
not
don't
boring,
think you're
Spoon. You're
boring.
just a bit of a normie, though. But that's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
that's
afraid,
my
I'm
point.
afraid you're just a bit of a normie.
That's how
bit of a normal
we
fact.
like that you're a normie, though, because the rest of us are all
I
bunch
like
of fucking
drinking
weirdos.
and sports and saying naughty words.
Most people involved
not
in
really that
politics,
much
or at
to
least
me.
particularly like far right politics, are fucking weird.
I've had people tell me that
So-
they want to talk to me more. I'm like, I'm really not that interesting.
I think you're interesting, Spoon. You are interesting. You are actually interesting in that you are not a weirdo. Because, like, again, like I said, everybody else, like, in far right spaces is a fucking freak. So.
Present company excluded, of course.
No, present company included in terms of both Scrump and I are fucking weird. So, I mean, I'm like a supreme autist. Scrump. Don't go to CalArts tomorrow, right? You know? That kind of shit.
Some of you guys are alright.
Thank
And everyone was
you.
like, "Oh, Scrump! Oh, that's so silly! I can't believe they closed the campus. You weren't even in America." And I was like, "Yeah, haha! I wasn't even in America, haha." I wasn't even in America.
Not even. I don't know
Not
how much.
even.
I don't even know how much longer. Actually, not even. I want to play this. It's kind of fascinating to me. I don't know how you guys feel about it. It's a fascinating look to me into. I have other
Then
evidence.
kind of like
I have other evidence to
ascending like the
present that it's
gatekeeper all of a
going in this
sudden.
direction, you know. But David Pacman is a good exemplar.
Ownership of the largest corporations and of entire industries. Universal
He's
rent
also just
control,
complaining about
abolishing
some
police
things.
and
Right
prisons,
back.
and
I think we got it. You know what? No, it's 2008
Well,
talking points.
this is like, no, this isn't 2008 talking about. This is just like straight up retard fantasy.
Well, yes, that's that too. But 2008 politics, retard politics on the left.
It's like
We're that.
Who the fuck does this appeal to?
He's
People-
reading the
millennials.
indicator mineral. You know,
Yes.
he's reading the bones. He knows what's
Yes.
coming.
Yes.
He understands that what is coming is a Democrat arc. It
Yes.
basically has to be
It
in
has
the
to be.
same way it basically had to be Trump.
Yep.
After Obama. It has
Now it's
to
back
be
to
some form of
normie
central
Democrat, yeah.
Democrat.
Yes, now it's gonna be normie centrist Democrats, freedom fries type shit, you know.
Well, it's the utility. It's
We're
like
all
what
still be
are people
massively
like
pro-Israel.
Hassan Piker for? What are people like
Pro-Israel
Hassan
Democrats, yes.
Mehdi for? What are all these people for? What is their utility? Their utility is to make the sensible Democrat look better.
Yes.
It's
And
to be,
that's
we
why
put away. Oh,
all
well,
this-
I'm voting for Obama. He's
Yeah.
not a crazy socialist leftist.
Yes. Speaking of the
He's-
sensible
he's got
Democrats,
policies.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like Bill Clinton.
Here's Bill Maher
With some-
slams Dems as cowardly extremists in ABC interview when we're cheering for the
Oh
Intifada.
God, he's normie as
We
shit.
got to make sure to.
Of course, that's Smelly Brown.
There's
Smelly
this.
Brown,
There it
pro-Israel
is. The
leftist,
Intifada.
and
We had to get
anti-Semitic.
our counter jihad shit in here. God, I'm out. What? You didn't have a problem with it up until now? Curiously.
Smelly
Weird.
is
He is an
anti-Israel.
insufferable pro-Israeli shill.
Yes, of course he is. He's Jewish.
People ran around and screamed at us for saying this would happen. I have it. I have
That's actually one of the reasons I
pages
wanted
and
you to come on
pages
tonight, because I was like,
of
look,
people
it's fucking
screaming.
happening, you know?
It's like no. What's gonna happen is they're gonna go, oh look, you're a silly communist leftist. I'm a sensible Bro-Obama supporter. Can't we all just rally around Bro-Obama?
The
And it's
Obama,
just it's also
the
obvious. It's like
Obonga.
Donald Trump will bomb Iran, and then all these political energy will disappear like a comedy fart. These are
And it's
things
gone.
that I said.
And it's gone. All the political energy around Trump
Yeah.
is fucking gone. You know, I've been watching, of course, the quartering drama as it's continued to unfold, because it's fucking hilarious. He might
It's
lose
the
his
only
channel.
thing that's actually been. By the way, outside of Trump's political enemy, his energy dissipating, there's actually fuck all going on in American politics.
Well, that's why.
It's completely dead.
I think
It's
this is
very
on
boring.
purpose.
Nothing is happening.
This is
They're
on
waiting
purpose.
for
Unless
the
you can see, unless you notice that nothing happening is in fact a sign of something of shifts happening, right? When what is happening now is right back to, even though we're still at war with Iran, by the way. You know, Trump's has
Yeah.
entered that as of last week, or was it the week before now? Restarted hostilities, and yet what did I see all this last week? A bunch of tranny stuff, a bunch of media stuff, because it's like, you know, bringing down the fucking temperature, or going back to a certain previous version of it, where we can all just get mad at these at the lunatics, all point and laugh. You know, the circus is there. Bill
The
Maher,
enemies, the lefties.
David Pakman, and what John Fetterman are all going to come out and talk about. Oh, we got to deal with these far lefties that, you know, they had no problem with up until now.
fucking Fetterman. I can't believe I thought they'd like pension him out.
No,
Like
he's
Fetterman's
he's an
again,
actual fucking brain dead
he is.
retard, so
That's
he's
them,
perfect.
That's them abusing a disabled person. Can we let John Fetterman go home and drool at the TV, please? It's a bit.
It is
bit
cruel
odd.
and disgusting, but it does make him kind of perfect, right? He just kind of, I mean, everyone knows he's
He
retarded.
still speaks more sense than any of the women on the Democrat side, which is kind of horrifying.
I don't know how to account for that, but just women, I guess. So
Yeah, can you name a single competent female Democrat?
No.
Chat, that goes for you as well.
Yeah, Chad, I don't know. I certainly can't, but I can't name
Can you, Scrump?
I can't name a competent female in politics.
You're pretty competent. We like you. You're sweet.
But I'm not in politics though. I'm just a sped on the internet.
No, you're I don't know, incapacitated a lot of the time, but no. You're not in politics, which is good though. You shouldn't be in politics. Being in politics is
No, that'd
bad.
be awful. It'd be
Can you
miserable.
imagine how miserable you'd be if you were in politics?
I mean, I couldn't say slurs or anything.
Yeah.
You can. You probably could just do it behind closed
I
doors.
guess that's true. AKA Batosai says Amy Klobuchar.
You would be able to develop a pretty competent cocaine
I
habit,
don't
though.
know. Oh, RCN asks, hey Eden, what are
Speaking
your
of
thoughts
cocaine,
on the
how's
Tate's
Mitch doing?
arrests? I think, I mean, I don't know. I didn't also look into the Tates being arrested, but I know they were.
I know what.
People were saying. Did you
They're
follow any
basically
of that?
boring as well now.
Well, yeah.
Who, myself?
They kind of, well, because you liked Andrew Tate, or at least some of the things that he was saying.
I thought he was interesting for a time when everyone was like basically shit talking him. I'm like, there's nothing that he says is particularly controversial. He's just controversial for the time, but if you just listen to him talk when he says something sane, it's like, yeah, okay. But the reason Andrew Tate gets a lot of fluff is because anyone with a large following, what they do becomes irrelevant, and people are basically judged for being a follower of that person. Like what they say, then it just becomes like.
I think you fell victim to being a bit of a normie, but go on.
Yeah, but I mean that's basically how the internet works. Is that if you say this person said something sane, then it becomes, oh look, are you a fan of that person? I'm like, no, I just listened to one thing they said that I think is sane. It doesn't mean I agree with everything they've ever said ever. That's just a dumb fucking thing that how the internet works that I can't.
By the way, Foos132 had a very good answer to the good female politician question, which was Hillary because of her KD ratio. There you go.
All right, okay. I mean, fair enough.
And look,
yeah,
you've quantified it. I like that.
Is she still alive?
Hillary Clinton? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, supposedly the amount
She's
of
been
adrenochrome
injected with
she's
so much,
taken.
adrenochrome and what child
The blood of virgins.
blood. Yes, that she's not gonna die anytime soon. Uh,
She's gonna die like Dianne Feinstein, just like in a wheelchair, just like tapping the thing, like just one more bombing.
yeah, just one more. I mean,
Gargoyle.
that's how Lindsey Graham went out. I'm sure.
Just
So-
one
Yeah,
more
Goodwin's
bomb,
right. That's
guys.
basically how the internet works. Like you can't
yes.
agree with anyone in the opposition. Like the internet is very, very clicky. You can't. Like I remember like the first time like Melanie Mac said something, I went like, yeah, that's a sane take. And then it's like, oh my goodness, what about all these other things? Like, bitch, I don't fucking care about all these other things she said. I just said that this one thing she said was sane. Fuck's wrong with you people?
Well,
And
no,
the internet went crazy. I'm like, okay.
I had my issues with him, and we argued about it. I don't give a. But yeah, I knew he got arrested. I mean, I think that was kind of inevitable.
Yeah, but like, Tate's been boring for a while now.
Yeah, I think he was a
He really
distraction.
He hasn't
has,
really said
though.
anything
You know.
interesting. Yeah.
Let's see.
He had his moment in the sun, and now it's
Well, this, by the way, this article. This is the Western Journal, which is a Zogbot outlet.
Israeli shill.
Yeah. So hey, you know when it's time to maybe leave your party? When Bill Maher is radioactive but globalized, the Intifada isn't. Oh my god.
What?
Yep. Maher seems to have discovered this problem of late. In an interview with ABC News this week on Sunday, he noted that Democrats were too cowardly to come on his HBO show, and that if he criticizes Republicans, particularly Donald Trump, I refuse to say this word. I don't know why. It's just it's a hang up for me. I hate this word. It got beaten out of me in grad school. Don't worry about it. Just don't ask questions. It's some academic bullshit. At least they're willing to take their beating like a man on air.
Could you
I'm
tell
sure
us,
he wants to
especially
beat on
now?
air. What? Particularly?
I said,
No?
could you tell us why? No, especially now.
For whatever reason, academics don't like this word. I think, and I don't know why.
Academics hate them. Sorry.
Yeah, academics hate this word. Okay. I've actually tried to piece together why, and I think it's because it sounds. It's not the word itself. It's the fact that people mispronounce this word and say especially, and so it has left like a negative connotation in people's brains.
I've literally never heard anyone say it that way ever.
Oh, you've never heard a retard say especially? Yeah.
No, I don't listen to black people.
No, I've heard all kinds of dumb people say that. Of all varieties. I mean, it is predominantly black people, but like I've heard white people say it
I was about
too.
to say, like,
Interview was in part a valedictory lap after he won the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor, the highest U.S. prize. I didn't even know there was such a thing. What? How gay and lame is that?
What?
You won
the
a
Mark Twain
the
Prize
Mark
for
Twain.
American Humor.
It sounds like a joke, by the way.
That sounds fake.
Yeah, it sounds fake.
That's like what is it? Constantine kissing when it's during Jewish Community of the Year. What's your favorite Constantine?
Constantine Kissin, by the way, one person who loved the Odyssey, along with Ben Shapiro.
Of course they did.
Oh yeah,
They all did.
of course they did.
All of
Every
the
single
Mark Rubin
tribesman.
Yes, it was curious though that Mark Rubin, Constantine Kissin, and Ben Shapiro all came out to give glowing reviews of Nolan's The Odyssey, which I do have some stuff on because I've seen people say that, oh, this means that woke movies are going to be back and they're going to do diversity and everything, and this is the proof they needed, even though they've rigged it to say that it's doing well, to mean woke movies are coming back, and it's like, no, I think this was a cash grab. I think it was a cash grab from everyone involved to steal money from that
Every
studio.
Hollywood movie is a cash grab.
Yes. Well, yeah, everyone is a cash grab inherently. I think it was just Nolan and a bunch of other people decided to steal some money from whoever produced this. I don't actually know which company made it.
I can't spend my life complaining about the same shit every day for like 10 years. I think I would want to kill myself after a while.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately,
and if not, it's just because yeah, but if you want to know, like, why haven't I released as much content lately? It's just because there's fuck all going on and I have nothing to say. Like, really, that's just basically it. I've been playing games lately. I've been playing the crap out of Forza 6. It's making my. Yeah. By the way, in case you don't know this, I have an extremely bad temper.
No way.
I'm also psychopathically competitive. If you combine the two, if you are near me when I play any of these games, I am liable to stick the gamepad in your forehead. So,
Spoon.
Yeah, it gives me like my because I don't like losing, especially the last second. That makes me.
This is the new game I'm playing.
Yeah, it makes me very pissed off. So.
I'm enjoying this one.
Ah,
This
Nova
is very,
Roma.
ah.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's exactly my
Yeah.
kind of fucking game. I just want to build Roman stuff. It's a nice spiritual successor to
I feel like if you
Caesar.
played Minecraft, you'd be the kind of person that recreates the Pantheon.
Yeah, I mean, I do stuff like that. Not really, not the everybody. I mean, you don't think about Rome all the time. Spoon, are you even right
No.
wing?
Are you even right wing?
No.
Are you,
No.
He doesn't think about
I do
Rome
think
all the
about
time.
kingdoms very often, but not so much the Roman one.
I don't quite like the art style of it. It's this. I don't know why a lot of these city builder games have adopted this aesthetic of this kind of cartoony thing. I don't care for it, but
I do think
very
we should
fun game.
reinstate the Kaiser. I think that'd be better.
Yeah, that's based and true. It kind of it's yeah, it's if you've ever
True
played
and
any of the Caesar
also
games or any of
thing.
these or Zeus or Poseidon, it's very, very similar, so I like
True.
this game. Anyhow, video game.
True.
Video
Video game.
Video game.
Truvuli video games.
Truvuli, yes.
Spoons of
True.
Redemption.
Spoon has turned
Truvuli.
into wings. Let's hope not. Can't take this shit no more, man. Okay.
Can't take this shit no more, man.
It's the embittered Afrikaner. Since when are Afrikaners embittered? I'm confused.
Are you embittered? Are you
I
embittered?
don't think so.
Are you embiggened?
I don't think I'm embittered.
Yeah, I'm.
It's like a
I
George
don't know.
Costanza. I don't think I'm embittered,
Jerry,
How
I don't
would I tell?
Am I? I don't know.
I was
Maybe I
You're
am.
pretty
Fuck
embittered,
no.
George.
I had to pull a Seinfeld clip for my video of it. Not that there's anything wrong with that, and I ended up just watching the whole episode because and not using the clip. I ended up not using the clip, but I just ended up watching that whole Seinfeld episode. Seinfeld does hold up very well. Who cares about this though? By the way, too, it's the same thing where like, oh, Dems are cowardly. They're look. Here's my counter jihad. Look,
Are we going for global war and tail round 2?
Oh yeah.
Of course we are.
I mean, round 4 or whatever we're at. Actually, Mars
It's my most
tendency.
infamous prediction, and people got really mad about it.
I mean, correct. Mars tendency towards what gets derided, not wrongly, as clafter, laughter disguised as clapping along with the host. What the? This is a conservative outlet. Has never precisely endeared him to me, but at least he's willing to deliver clafter-tastic. Jesus Christ, this stuff's so fucking insufferable. People read this. Boomers read this stuff. Seriously.
Boomers read?
Sure.
Boomers.
Yeah.
Well, Mark did knock President Trump for various things, including Trump chiding him for being a hater. Even after White House dinner went well, he saved his harshest words for the Democrats, noting that J.D. Vance appeared on the show without any guarantee to be treated like kid gloves, whatever. So Bill Maher's come out and said, like, Democrats are cowardly. The Democrats are, they need
Democrats.
Yeah, they need to stand up to their far left elements. They need to learn to love Israel and stand up to their far left elements like Hassan Piker. Party being taken over by, every day I hear about a new radical. I feel very good about like 10 years ago. What, just 10 years or 15 years ago, I did lose fans because I wasn't going to go along with this, some of this crazy stuff on the left. And here's Bill Maher, the sensible, reasonable Democrat, which is what he's always been portrayed as. That's always been his role throughout all of the culture war fucking bullshit.
His gimmick.
That's his gimmick, yeah. We really need to roll back some of this extremism. It's gone too far, huh? And Fetterman's done it too. Here's Fetterman on it, who is an actual literal retard. Here he is. There he is. Here's Shrek. Fetterman says he would leave Democrats if they became anti-Israel. Now, would you? Fuck off. I'm sure you would.
What thing to say?
The picture?
No. Just him. I'm like, what is it? There is one issue. There is one issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is a single issue.
Yes.
And all is filtered through it.
Yes. Fetterman says he would consider leaving the Democrat Party if it became an anti-Israel party, as more than 100 House lawmakers backed halting military aid to Middle Eastern ally. But by the way, it wasn't just military aid. Let's be very clear about what that was. It was essentially uniting the United States military with the Israeli military. Did
that vote go through yet?
It didn't.
It did not.
But it was very close.
Schumer actually bizarrely stopped it.
Yes. I don't know why. We talked about it last week, and I really don't. I'm not sure why they
It'll
did
just
that.
get passed later.
It'll get passed
Honestly,
later,
it's
yeah.
one of those
It's too hot
bills
right now.
that will get passed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
later.
I think it's
Or
timing.
it'll,
They need
yeah.
to do this stuff first, right? You need to do this kind of stuff first.
To
Get
give a
people.
reason to do it. Yeah.
Yes. I'm sure there'll be some sort of event that will happen that will get people to be
Basically a
very
permanent
sympathetic towards
looting
Israel.
bill.
It's gonna be difficult
Well,
to do.
it really is to future proof the whole thing because
Mhm.
everybody knows that a future administration will say, "Oh, we actually don't give any money to Israel anymore,"
Right.
and that's because they've done combined
Yes.
research budget, and
Mhm.
so basically
Yeah.
all American
Yeah.
military activity is now quote unquote aid to Israel, or at least potential
Well,
aid to
right.
Israel.
If it's not counted as aid because the militaries are tied, then yeah, then we don't give any aid to Israel. It's so obvious prima facie what that's about. Is that yeah? Well, let's we'll just combine our militaries. We give them no more aid now militaristically because it's just one military force. It's a different thing. That's not aid. So now we got to give more aid to Israel.
We can also make them appear to be helping you because
Sure.
if you
They're helping our
combine
military.
them,
Yeah.
technically, they're
Our
helping
greatest
our
ally.
military through these joint research initiatives. Technically, that's an Israeli technology.
Yes.
That's how they do that shit. That is actually how they do that stuff.
Yes. A Dutchman
Um,
1403 Bill would never vote for anything but a Dem anyway. He's a shit lib. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point, though. It's
Yeah.
just realigning some shit. Of course, he's a shit lib. Pennsylvania senator has emerged as one of Israel's most prominent advocates among the Senate Democrats, even as remember,
literally
guys,
retarded person.
remember when there was so much like there has been the whole time. Republicans and conservatives have been very positive towards John Fetterman. I mean, we've been just calling him retarded like the entire time. But I did see that there was a lot of favorability of like, oh look, even though he's retarded, he's reasonable. He loves Israel too. We can do a little bit of a bipartisan.
This goes to show you that
action
you
here.
can be a literal vegetable so long as you support a certain country in the Middle East. You can basically play
Pretty much,
you can
right?
basically play the political game. Yeah.
Fucking A. It's all so tiresome.
It's all so tiresome.
It's also over
Give you a
too. It's gonna
potion
be
quick.
over tomorrow on Overcast Podcast. Go check it out.
Yes.
Did
I
I
will be
post
there
it?
too.
You will. I don't think I
I
posted
don't.
it.
I don't think you posted it. You
I
should
didn't
post it.
post it. Let me post
We have a
it.
new podcast, and
Let
you
me
should totally
post
watch it.
I will. Here we
You
go.
should totally
I would
watch.
say the
Posting
reason
down.
we should avoid, well, I'm going to say avoid, but minimize at least some politics is to make it not a clone of this with more people.
Well, right. I think.
No.
Look,
We're
the
not-
aesthetic is that we're hanging out at the pub digitally in the digital ether,
Yes.
right? So I guess that's.
I will be
yeah.
drinking.
Wait, I guess all.
That reminds me, I need to
well,
buy more whiskey.
Let's see. What does it matter? He's just John Fetterman says he's going to lead the Democrats if they become to the good Democrat, that we're all told like even though he's brain damaged, he's one of the good uns. Well, he's going to leave the Democrat Party if they become too anti-Israel. Looks
always
like the
get this,
Democrats have
though.
got to clean their act up. What do you
You
say?
get this? Oh, it's the Republican leaving the Republican
Yes.
Party because it's become too extreme and
Yep.
anti-some. It's
Yep.
all that stuff. You have these bridge kind of people. You have these establishment rally points. You have these people who are pure conduits of the
Yeah.
kayfabe.
Yes.
But there are people who believe who actually believe that AOC is coming to get them.
Oh, I know.
That AOC
I know.
is in power.
She's
in
a real
real
threat.
sense.
She's a real threat.
Another joke character, and that Hassan Piker is actually leading the
Yes.
charge in America to get rid of white people.
And what do they do? I think this is part of Hassan's role is double down. To make it clear, because I've seen a bunch of stuff, on Twitter and stuff in the last week or two, of normies, it seems, suddenly discovering who Hassan Piker is, like as of the last 2 weeks. And all of these big mainstream, like MAGA sort of accounts being like, whoa, look at this crazy far leftoid. And rolling out, again, look at this, like DSA Watch, right? This account. Big activity on this too. This one also got more. This is this ancient clip from Hassan. This one doesn't get as much. This ancient clip from Hassan, it resurfaces of him saying that what's that guy's fucking name? That he deserved to get fucked in his eye hole and America deserved 9/11,
That's Hassan.
Yes, I know, but I can't remember the name of the guy with the eye patch. It's escaping me.
Oh, Dan Crenshaw.
Dan Crenshaw, thank you.
Crenshaw.
Yes, Crenshaw. So now,
Yeah, America's Plank.
yes, and in order
Uh,
to hype up, like, double down, yes, you're supposed to hate this guy. Look, you're supposed to hate this guy. He's going to tell you how much you should hate him. He's now bought and framed a newspaper from, 9/11 or 9/12, the day after, and put it up on his wall. Just like, you are supposed to hate this guy. It's so fucking obvious. I don't think he has any idea. Do you think he actually has any idea what's going on? That he's
Yeah.
got to be given these instructions, right? To a
Yeah.
certain, like, not like, Hassan, do this, but like nudged, right, in different directions.
Some changes behind me. I finally framed the Cutie Cinderella newspaper
this at this
from
point in time.
9/11, the morning of
When all this
9/12.
narrative
The
stuff's
newspaper
going on.
right there.
But we got to reel in these people.
The newspaper that covered 9/11. It's now officially sitting behind me.
This is his whole thing. The guy who said America deserved 9/11 famously. I keep actually fucking clicking on the wrong shit over there on the side. Anyway, here's just a little bit of him too. They got him out in his Mao Zedong fit. Like he's so obviously a caricature, right? Like, this is a fucking
He's a
joke.
cartoon character, yes.
To Trumpism, but no more to the Democrats who compromise, who conciliate,
Who falls for this shit? Honestly.
and who betray us.
Wow. I found his own.
It does resonate with, like,
The following.
you're 15 and actually retarded, but that's the thing is that's what it's for. He's a comedy character.
Yes.
He's not meant to be there to be serious.
Yeah. He's real
so
serious. And
far.
I can't believe they actually have been dressing him up like Mao Zedong. Or he's been doing that for a while now. I mean, again, it's comical. Like, this is
Yeah.
Talk about LARPing. Fuck.
No more to the fascist reactionaries,
We're all
but
stars
no
now
more
at the Turk show.
Fascist.
Democrat-
Okay. Is it possible to be a right winger these days? And can we just forego the whole communism versus fascism thing? My God, it's fucking boring.
Well, it's the infinite conversation, right? You have to just go on about the commies versus
It's also
the fascists
really
for
fucking
forever.
boring.
Well, yes, it is. But it just that's what it's boring because yes, it just goes on forever and ever. You're a commie, you're a fascist, blah blah blah, right? Okay. I mean, it has to, because that's the whole post World War II narrative. This is the duality of man, right? I guess. Well, both bad guys. One is really bad that can never happen again, and the other one also really bad, but a little bit more acceptable, I guess.
Democrats who will collaborate and cooperate with the fascists, who will fund ICE, who will fund Israel, who will help poison the planet, who will stiff workers and help bosses. We don't need those Democrats anymore.
I mean, I don't know. It looks like they're having a little play on schism, is all I think is what's happening here.
It's not even going to get that far. The thing is,
No.
the Democrats are an extremely well-oiled machine.
Yes.
And all this DSA stuff is not going to penetrate into the 80, 90% Democrat voting ethnic blocks.
No.
The largest problem that they have is that you'll get some in these cities, but the Democratic Socialist of America branches in cities are just rebrands of Democrats.
Well, yeah, I mean,
They're
Zoran
really weak.
Mamdani has come out and basically, like, they're all very upset because their socialist mayor said, "Oh yeah, Netanyahu's a war criminal. I can't do anything about it. Bye." Like, I can't do shit
Yeah.
because he can't. I mean, true, he can't, but he didn't have to make that statement. He chose to, or was told to
Yeah.
make that kind of statement.
Of course he did.
Yeah,
You-
yeah.
You have to manage expectations.
Yes.
You can't actually, a He-Man can't kill Skeletor too quickly. It's
Nope.
that kind of thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
In fact, we have a message. We are coming. We are on board.
Sorry. Can we just clip that?
Yeah. Let's clip.
I have
Clip
a
that.
message.
I
We
have a-
are coming.
We are coming.
Wow, that's interesting. All at once, Hassan. Collectively. How are you gonna do that? All right.
We are on boss. We're on bot. We're unbound. And we will become undeniable.
Wow. a bunch of fat women stand up and clap.
Oh, look, a bunch of women. Yeah. Fucking Jesus.
And a bunch of fat women. It's art, you know? On cue,
Gay.
fat women stand up and clap.
And then the fat women, it's not over till the fat lady stands.
Until the
Well,
fat
if
lady
you can.
claps, yeah.
Yeah, it's not over until they load her into her rascal and she goes back to Walmart.
I know we, for fuck's sake, Hassan, at least read the punctuation.
It's how wooden it was. It's like he's giving a school report.
Yes. I know, it's like he's giving
I'm
a
here
school
to give
report,
my
right?
school report about the Democrats and Republicans.
Democrats are bad.
No, we.
We the people we're gonna do it together. Jesus, it's so impotent and gay and cringe.
I just need that "We Are Coming" clip. That's just too funny. We need to YouTube poop that.
Indeed.
Just like Hassan Piker says, "We are coming" for 15 minutes.
Indeed. Oh, Spoon,
You
did
can
you
make
ever
a
get
beat
that
track
post?
to it.
Did you ever get that post back to me?
Oh, the Devon one?
The one
Devon
about the
one.
Odyssey, because I have to refresh my drink for a minute because I'm almost out. So I will be gone for like 2
Oh.
seconds. I'll be gone for like, well, not that short, but I'll be gone for like a minute. I'll be right back. So I was gonna put something up.
Oh, like I gotta
Do you want to
find
keep
it.
talking?
Quickly talk while the woman's gone.
What? Okay, all right. Can you guys man the fort for a minute while I go refill my drink?
Yes, we will man the
Yeah.
fort
Are you
while
sure?
you go woman
Are you
away.
sh-
Yeah,
All right. Well, I woman away. All right. Wait.
she
Actually, where's
woman's
my camera?
away. Now we're manning the
Well,
fort.
woman away, womanly. There we go.
She crippled away cripply.
I'll be right back.
I
There
can't
we
say
go.
it. Yeah, he jogged away joggily. He jiggered away jiggly.
Hell is Hassan Piper popular? Seriously.
He's not. I don't actually think he is.
Yeah, he's just.
It's like how people think that. I'm trying to think of another example. It's like how Ian Miles Chong was never popular.
Oh yeah, come on. He's okay. That's
like
a
a
really
version
clear
of that.
example.
It's
Yeah.
like how Jeremy
God,
the
he's
Watering
must
was never actually, no, when he used to, like 10 years ago, when I used to know him, when he used to cover MTG, that's when people used to actually quite like him. But no, it's like how nobody's like a Ben Shapiro fan. Nobody is like a Brett Weinstein fan. Nobody anymore is a Jordan Peterson fan. Nobody is a James Lindsay fan. Nobody fucking watches any of that Daily Wire shit anymore. It is there. Hassan Piker has a completely inorganic following. He was pushed relentlessly by Twitch because he's an idiot, as were a lot of these other people. And we learned with the whole progressive victory thing how far down the pecking order the Democrat money penetrates. It penetrates all the way down to fucking, oh my goodness, the utter embarrassment that was the whole Brianna Wu handing out fucking checks to crumb tubers and them having mental
Oh
breakdowns.
yeah, I remember that.
The Democrat checks didn't arrive. Those people are so obscure, I can't even remember their fucking names. I remember it's Progressive Victory and Rebel Pack and all that, but God, the actual people who were involved, they are such tiny streamers. Do you remember who that was? Who was it who actually took the Brianna Wu money? Because I don't think that Destiny and Hassan Piker are real.
Wick TV took it. Also,
Wick TV, that's it. My conspiracy theory is Hassan Piker doesn't real. There is no organic audience. He's like Ben Shapiro. He's
I think
Ben Shapiro. There
yes,
is no
I
audience
think.
for him.
However,
People
sorry.
keep asking, where's his audience? It
That
doesn't
took
exist.
That took a minute longer
real.
than I expected because for the third time now in the last week and a half, I went down into my kitchen and there is Bill's not here, so when the vacuum turns on in a minute when he gets back, he's probably next door making his mom a cup of tea. But like these flying ants.
Have a cup of tea.
I don't know where apparently they like come from inside the wood or something. We need to call an exterminator because I just walked into the kitchen. The floor is ambulating with these little flying ants. Like, they're everywhere. One just fucking crawled up and got on my shoe. Jesus Christ. The best way to get rid of them is to use a fucking vacuum cleaner and just sweep them up. We've got to call an exterminator. It's fucking scary and gross. It's not scary, it's just gross. Ugh.
Oh no, you got hit. You got hit by
It's-
that
Woman
ant.
upset by bug thing.
Yeah,
She's got ants in her
dude,
pants.
there's like thousands in my kitchen right now of ants. Little tiny flying ants. Well,
Oh
there's
no!
big
Did
flying
they
ants and little
escape from
tiny.
Email Strong's keyboard?
Maybe. I think they must be coming in from outside or from the wood. I don't know. It's one or the other, so we're gonna have to call an exterminator.
From inside the house.
Oh, yeah, I know. Ugh. God, so gross, so gross. It only live for 3 weeks a year, but during mating season, yeah, it must be right now because in the past week we've had it happen twice before where I was walked into the kitchen and there was like millions or thousands at least of these little flying fuckers and the little tiny ones all over the ground.
Millions
Ugh.
and thousands, and there's a massive difference between those two numbers.
Well,
thousands
with
and
the little
millions. One of
tiny
those
ones,
things-
it looks like millions because I can't fucking tell. But it's probably thousands no matter what. But there's a bunch of
Hundreds
little
and
tiny
thousands?
ants and then big, and then a whole bunch, but fewer of the big flying ones, which are the females, by the way, from my understanding.
Can I get some pick and mix too?
What? You want so?
With the hundreds of thousands.
Oh, the 100. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm not awake enough for that joke.
No, well,
Clearly.
I'm too grossed
Can I
out
get
for
some
that
little foam
joke.
bananas? The little foam shrimp. That
By
are
the way,
always
by the way, that joke
horribly
does not make any sense to Americans at all.
I know. That's
Hundreds
why I
and
told
thousands?
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
But do you
in
guys not
America
know
they
what that
call
is?
6 million.
We don't have hundreds of thousands. So we call them
Yeah,
sprinkles.
because they've only got 6 millions.
Yeah, we don't call them hundreds of thousands. We call them sprinkles, and then we don't have pick and mix now. That's not a thing.
Yeah, that's
I
why
mean, no,
Americans
it is
are
a
like
thing.
that.
It is
They-
a thing.
Imagine.
It is a thing. You can. At least when I was a
not
kid,
having pick and mix.
we do have it. Okay, so what he's describing, okay,
A land without pick and mix.
what he is describing is that, like, like sometimes if you go to a shop and they've got a bunch of different candies in jars and you can just like get little ones that you want and combine them together and put them in a bag.
Oh, I am
We
an
do have
American
this.
and
We
I am
just don't- I
dying
don't- we
because
don't
I
call
do
it
not
pick
have
and
any
mix.
pick and mix.
We just don't call it that. That's all. It exists. Chat. If my
If
Americans in the
only.
chat confirm that this
my
is
wounds
real.
would heal and my life would be better if only I could have some pick and mix. But alas, I am American.
We do have pick and mix. We just don't call it pick and mix. You have Uno. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on. If Bill's back, I need to tell him this real quick. Oh, good. No, he's on it. Oh, thank God. Hang on 1 sec, though. Let me
Hoovering.
talk to him.
Maybe one day.
Is he yelling? Is it funny?
It's not funny. What?
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
sorry. No, sorry. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure that well, oh, sorry. You guys could hear me. I wasn't live on the stream, but no. Bill has come back and is vacuuming. As I said, that's how you get rid of them. So if you hear the
Guess who's
vacuum,
back?
sorry.
Back
I
again.
but I don't think he can hear me because he
Bill
is
is back.
vacuuming. I just want to say I see that you figured out what's going on. So
Guess who's back? Guess who's
oh
back?
my God, it's so fucking gross. Yes,
Hey.
yes. Penny candy, yes. People, who the hell calls them who calls it pick and mix Brits? That's Jimmy's apparently. I didn't know that they were called Jimmy's.
The English.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Jimmy's. That's where the rustling of Jimmy's comes from.
Oh,
yeah,
is
yeah.
it?
Hundreds of thousands are Jimmy's, yeah.
Mm.
Across the vast
I know.
expanse of space and time, the Jimmy's softly rustle.
Jimmy's remain rustled.
My
Okay.
Jimmy's have been rustled. My Jimmy's have been rustled.
Oh, not rustle. Okay. Right. So this is the other thing that they're trotting out. I'm trying to not think about the ants. And hope
Don't
that
think
none
about
of them
the
are
ants, don't
on
think
me
about the ants, don't
and
think about the
freaking out about
ants.
that. So they've trotted out this fucking ogre.
The
Ogreish.
hell is that thing?
This is a Democrat contender to replace Graham Plattner for the U.S. Senate. And this person, I believe, has been trotted out to be a distraction. And normally I would say, like, well, are we wasting time by looking at a distraction? Yes, but I'm showing it to you to be like, this is
The
obviously...
pronouns are they, them, because they weigh enough
We
for
want
two
to go
people.
back to the culture wars of a couple years ago. We don't want to talk about this Israel stuff
Back in.
anymore.
Put me back in. Oh God, put me back in.
Yeah,
I want to be back in the Matrix.
right. They want to. So this
Give me the
person
same
is
thing.
running. I mean, like, good God. And the whole point
person's
is so
not
you
running
go,
anywhere.
good God, and laugh at it. But we're here. We recognize that this is all fake and gay because all Democratic politics is fake and gay. But might as well laugh at it while it's being presented. I'm just like, it's so obvious. Like, there's nobody who could be supportive of this person, right? Naturally. if we didn't exist under the conditions which we do.
Naturally is the last word I would use to describe that thing.
Well, yeah. Anyway, they've got to go back, return to Troon, send in the Troons is what it is for this section of the circus.
Community, like we're being dehumanized. They say that we want to hurt people. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to use the
Great
bathroom.
elocution, by the way.
And if they want me to use the men's room, I will. But I don't want to be assaulted. And then
they really, how far deep in the barrel did they have to scrape to find this lunatic, right?
I just want to use it. By the way, that thing has been something is wrong with them. I mean, beyond the obviously that physical ailment.
Is that the one?
Am I wearing the same dress? No.
That says more about him than you, though.
It's a bit. Oh no! I've done a fashion faux pas. We're wearing the same outfit. Jeez.
What, really?
Oh my god! Yeah, dude, look, it's really similar. It's not identical, but it's a floral dress. So it's on a black field. Yeah. So similar kind of thing.
Black field.
Yeah. How should I describe it? The base is black. Like Anyway, here's another one.
Life must have been very mean to you if you end up looking like a fucking GTA.
It does look like he's from GTA, doesn't he? Like a GTA fucking NPC.
Physiognomy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have to serve in the U.S. Senate?
Oh, I ran for office several times. Didn't win, but I did run. And then...
Fuck. Dude,
why
politics is
so
real.
Awkward?
Because it's just some lunatic that they've propped up. So that they can make so that people will go look at this crazy fucking dysgenic freakish troon who's running for office, and people can get upset about it and be concerned about it because this person's clearly crazy or not well, right? They've just found this person and propped them up to do
definitely
this.
crazy.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
and it's honestly
yes, random crazy person.
It's actually quite cruel too, in my opinion, to these people they do this shit with, but. Here it is. But, the way that most people are reacting to this, though, is that this is entirely real and serious, and that this person is a very legitimate Democratic candidate. This is a looming threat that these people are going to take over everything.
They're taking over.
Right.
The useless idiots are taking over somehow.
Yeah, I guess so.
But if they're so
I'm a
useless, how are
songwriter,
they going to take
and then
over?
I write my own books, and then
there's like no life behind those eyes, like at all.
He's got to be on like all kinds of fucking medicine, like antipsychotics and antidepressants and all that kind of shit, right? They all are.
See, I wouldn't lie to people, and I wouldn't.
Leftoids all
like
are.
we're being deceived right now. Like we get lied to.
Meanwhile,
smoke and mirrors, like. What's going on with ICE? Pretending like these victims did something wrong. Like that's unacceptable.
The victims did something wrong. The victims of ICE. Yeah.
And I suppose the biggest thing is I'm just an angry citizen now, and if I got elected, I'd be an angry senator.
The thing is, this is the political class can always get sillier.
Yes.
And the political, we can always just lurch back into the quote-unquote woke era.
Right.
At the drop of a hat. It really is a sense of freedom.
And that's what I think it's happening. In that sense,
kind of.
It kind of, in that, as a distraction, because it's only little isolated incidents of this, but they're dominating the news cycle. I think people are really tired of this, and it's much more, I don't think people are taking it super seriously because it's just a joke now, but it does still dominate people's attention. It distracts them from shit that's happening in Iran, for example, with the United States, that we're just back at war with Iran.
It's very serial.
And nobody fucking cares, apparently, or is paying attention. More American soldiers have died, by the way.
And I think that would
probably get in the box.
Be their worst nightmare.
Indeed.
Actually, what?
Wow. And then
how many chins is that?
Well, I mean,
at least like 4
3
levels of chin, like a chin fractal.
Yeah, it is. It's chin fractal.
Fractal chin over there.
This one they also brought out this week. This has been all
Yeah, the
over the
face
place.
have launched a
And
1,000 Reddit
this
reports.
is real fucking
Oh, that
Trigglypuff.
thing?
Yeah, this thing.
That's Triggly. Oh
I
no.
feel like it's 2016. It's like real fucking Trigglypuff kind of hours in terms of just the impotent, insane rage.
I've seen this one, but I haven't actually
leftist
watched
owned
it.
compilations. You know,
I noticed
think
that
this is real.
all of the anti-woke accounts like decided
Yes.
to reactivate their
Yes.
almonds with this one.
Yes, that's what I
This was
noticed
like
about
this is
it
like
as well.
a feeding frenzy.
Yeah, and it's just this stupid fucking pointless clip of a guy that I don't think this is real. I think this is fake and staged. Now, he is a real student. He's got a name and such. I don't really fucking care about any of it. I still think it's fake. I think this is fake and fucking gay. And you'll see,
I don't
Spoon,
know.
if you've not seen. I mean, like, there are lunatics out there. What is definitely fake and gay is this being pushed by all of those accounts simultaneously. We gotta go care about the trannies again, guys, because the crazy trannies are out here again. Like, let's just ignore Iran stuff that's going on. Let's ignore all of that. Let's ignore the fact that Trump's has not done anything that he promised the American people he would do, right? Just ignore all that. Put that away. Put that out of your mind. Trannies!
Hey, look, another one.
Hey, look, here you go. Here's your outrage of the day.
Hey, you remember that?
You see what I mean when I said I don't even know if this is real?
What's the problem?
Why do you Did you say stop triggering me?
Stop misgendering me, yeah.
All right,
the
I
same
thought they
thing.
said stop triggering me. I'm like, what?
I mean,
Oh, no.
dude, they've got on the fucking pink and white striped socks. Do you see why I said I thought this was an act? That this is fake? This is... They've got on the fucking tranny socks.
I don't actually think it's astroturfed.
I don't know.
It's maybe give more publicity, but I do think it's real.
The publicity is definitely artificial.
It's astroturfed, yes.
But it's such a parody of a person like wearing a shitty cosplay wig and the fucking programming socks. It's it's a parody of itself, right?
Away with this! They are not supposed to be here! If you don't lower your voice, I am going to put handcuffs on you, and I'm going to take you to...
Oh dear, what is this? This does feel... I don't know. The
You see
problem
what I
is
mean?
this might be somebody...
I wanted to show it to at least somebody else to make sure it wasn't just me who felt this way, just like to get someone else's opinion on it.
The problem is with all of them, all the chaos out there. I don't know. The problem is it feels like this is a comedy skit.
Yes,
this
right?
is like a real life
Yeah.
SJW owned.
Like,
is
like someone would have put this on in 2017 or something in order to add to their SJW own compilation.
It's very like. Are we sure this isn't Crowder?
It's not. I mean, it's been a news
Is
story.
this
This person
Crowder
has a
cross-dressing
this person
again? Come
has a
on,
name.
This has to be Crowder.
No,
Crowder, is that you?
This person does have a name. Trans Florida student arrested after
Steven.
Yeah. Hang on, let me find the article though, because they do have a name. Let's see. They have been arrested. They are a person, and their name is not Steven Crowder. It's, let's see, Jarrett Vick. Oh fuck! Sorry, that article started playing the fucking noise. Thanks.
It's
New York
like
Post.
it's like a terrible soundboard.
Yeah.
To a Baker Act facility. You lower your voice. Try it. Are you threatening me?
Look at the shirt. The fucking what's that called? Not beatboxing. What do you beatboxing people or breakdancing? The breakdancing fucking stormtrooper. Jesus. The cosplay wig, the programming socks. What's going on here? This is a fucking parody of itself.
And but the problem is the cops like doing like the Conholio bit.
Yeah, and
Are you threatening me?
Right?
You're threatening me.
I think it just comes off like a
Conholio.
skit.
Are you threatening me? Yeah, maybe I am.
Oh, senor, are you threatening me? Like, I don't say it's either black or brown of some sort. I don't know.
I am Conholio.
Where I come from, there is no tippy. We have but one bunghole.
Exactly. Anyone under the age of like 30 has no idea what I'm talking about.
Please
That's
tell
okay.
me, like,
That's all right.
Jay will know what it is.
Come on, guy.
Chat, do you guys know what he's talking about? Everybody knows
guys-
Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, because everybody in our audience is like 30 now. We're all old.
Yeah, we're old as. Oh my god, what was I watching? I was watching some video about millennials being old. It was like some animation or something, some little song. And I'm just sitting there being like, oh, it was a two harder, better, faster, stronger. It was like a remix of just like older, like more crippled, like more in pain. It's just like I was hitting a little bit too close to home. I don't even find it funny at this point. It's ooh too real. Holy shit! 1 second, let me ask Bill if he's okay.
Yeah.
1 sec.
Yeah, damn it. Sorry, I'm okay. I just dropped my headphones. Like an idiot. Yeah, it's just, this feels so out of time. If this person is real, that maybe they actually just are like properly so autistic that they absorbed their personality from like a 2017 like SJW video or something. Like, God knows how this comes about. And I've always maintained that these people are not particularly common. There's not this. This is just we finally got it. We finally got here like the perfect case. It's like a bingo card. But it feels almost like an anachronism now.
The answer back. Yes, sorry. The answer back.
Mashallah, they have been hoovered.
They have been hoovered and are
Inshallah,
taken
they
care
shall
of.
be hoovered.
Inshallah, they shall be hoovered once more. Anyway, I think we got.
Somebody needs to make that. Inshallah, they shall be hoovered.
That memory TV, yes. I mean, I would beat them with my shoe, to be fair. I kind of did. I stepped on some, but then they just kind of clung to it because they were so tiny. Ooh, so gross. Oh, sorry. The immediate screaming.
What'd you say?
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like the Big Les show.
It does sound like Big Les show, yeah.
She sounds like a tumor.
That, yeah, the tumors things.
Tumors, mate.
From the Big Les show.
Wow! I can't even do it. It's that echo. Tumor noises.
I don't think this is, if this is real. I mean, I think it really happened, but just goddamn.
I don't know. Did this person do this as a bet?
It feels like a Steven Crowder bit. You know?
Yeah. No, guys, they're all like this. Universities are turning out millions of people like this.
Need Dark Souls music to cover this? You know what? That's actually completely correct. Hang on, let me get some Dark Souls music on here. Hang on, that is which one? Yes, it's this one.
Go on. That's a good idea, actually. We need Dark Souls music.
We'll put this in here in the back.
Yeah.
Whoops! God damn it! Fuck you, YouTube. Ugh. It's just like you totally want to put on this video and then immediately skip, right?
You're about to get sprayed. No, just leave me alone.
That's what I got, Bill. Yeah.
I can come in there. Leave me alone, please. Okay, are you gonna calm down? No, it's too late.
The music's really helping.
It really does help. Yeah.
I just want to get away from him.
The music has made it much funnier.
Did this still feel like it came to me? I don't know.
But this has been the news. This has been on like every fucking conservative slop account for the past like week. Is this video?
So like self-styled based account.
Yes, based accounts. That's been a
2016 era slop.
We are right back in 2016. I just think it's just called More Proof. What was this? Oh yes, the U.S. Department of Education tweets this out, which.
Wow. Oh God.
I know. AI slop, where what's good here? What's good? Okay, the U.S. Department of Education is good, is bad. It says the U.S. Department of Education. Local schools are good. A Brown family is good. The drag queen bad. Blacks winning at sports good. White people competing bad. Very based. Thank you, Trump. Great. I love it.
Brown people good, white people bad?
That does seem to be the point. But the real thing is that we're going to paint, the trans, whatever, drag queens. We got, remember Drag Queen Story Hour? Remember? remember how mad that you got about that and how gross it
this
was?
is government. I hate to say it, but this is actually government by weak and stupid.
It is.
Every time I see this stuff, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's 2015 online politics.
Oh, it's
All
because
the
it's men against
communications.
women. Oh, a Dutchman, I misunderstood it. I thought it was white people competing. Because how was I supposed to understand? Whoops.
Like, did they? It's because they didn't make it like the comedy tune. I don't know. Are people not supposed to? I don't.
I totally However, the fact that I was able to misread their meaning of their AI slop, I don't know. Maybe that's just because I'm a certain way.
The tism has started.
Just that I see that there's browns in one and only whites in the other, so you know.
Excuse me, my racism is stronger than my transphobia.
Excuse me? Well, yeah, obviously, but
racism.
Excuse me, guys.
Excuse me?
Excuse me.
Top Florida Democrats.
As I always
Parties
do.
embrace far left as a hard sell. Too many voters have escaped socialist regimes. This is the whole thing, is that they're going to move away from all the... This is another example of it, right? I think I've made my point, though, which is that there's a lot of this. We need to move away from the far left stuff. We got to get rid of the Hassan Piker types.
They did this during... Do you remember when Obama won?
Yes.
They did this?
Yes.
Oh, the socialists.
The socialists. Yes. I do remember that. And that's why it really does feel like we are in 2008 all over again.
It's the same maneuver.
I know.
It's all I keep putting... The thing is, it's so lazy.
It is.
It's been really easy to predict the political future because they're actually
they're just repeating the past.
It's not just a single storyline. It's they're having the same bundle of storylines.
Yes.
It's the same A story, the same B story, the same C story. It's exactly the same. And I turn to people, look, it's exactly the same because they're lazy and this is what's happened before. And they go, you can't know that. There's no way you could know that.
Because people start getting interested in this stuff or paying attention to it, and then they think, well, nothing before now has ever existed. And so, and I understand that to an extent, because how could you possibly know things that you've not looked into? If people who are newly politically invested or interested, they go, and unfortunately, it's many people who are not newly politically interested. They just... Because they're just kind of flowing through the fucking river. You know what I mean? The lazy river of politics and just whatever. Do you know what a lazy river is in terms of like a theme park attraction? Where it is
yes, I know the lazy river.
Right?
Yes, actually.
And then there's just little scenery things that pop out of them. But the lazy river is an infinite loop. So they're just going to go around and see the same things again and be surprised by them every time. Right?
Yeah, and it's me. I'm sat there in like the boat ahead of them, and I'm turning around and going, you do realize it's going to be like a hippo next,
It's
right?
going to be a hippo next.
You're
Every
about to see a hippo. How could you know? You can't know that. You can't know that. I'm just like, you're about to see a hippo.
We're on the same fucking loop.
No, then the hippo comes around the corner, and they go, you didn't know that. You didn't.
Right?
Why are you so smug about seeing the hippo?
What? That was just a lucky guess. You just guessed the hippo was going to come up next. You could have never known that, huh?
Yeah, well, there's going to be a giraffe next. I'm like, no, there's not. There's not going to be a giraffe. How could you can't know? We can't work.
It's impossible
under the
to predict
assumption...
these things.
Yeah. We can't work under the assumption that there will be a giraffe next. Then a giraffe appears and they go, oh my goodness, of course it's a giraffe. Well, next time we'll remember that there's a giraffe there. And then you go, well, there's a gazelle coming up.
And you go around again.
No, there's not.
And it's the same shock every time.
How could you say that? How could you say that? You can't know with certainty that there is going to be it's happened. But there's liberalism as a syndicated TV show is terrible because it is a very limited format. It actually is a very limited little cinematic universe. It has a very limited number of plot lines that can be deployed.
Yes.
And because we are stuck in this holding pattern, because in about 2001 apparently culture died and limped on until about 2010 where it finally fell over and didn't move anymore. We have this not only stuck political culture but stuck culture in general, and so the repeat is like I have quite a good long-term memory for certain things.
You do actually. You do genuinely have a very good long-term memory for a bunch of the shit in particular, because like I couldn't even remember. I was involved in or tertiarily in the Tea Party stuff, and I couldn't even remember that shit because it was so long ago, right?
I don't know. I'm just able to. I have very good recall, and so I can kind of if I think about an era, a particular era in
because
time,
you were planning it.
Oh yeah, he's responsible for it actually. Is that
yeah.
Scrump?
It's,
don't come to CalArts tomorrow. Look, he's been doing it for years. just
doing it for years.
You know, always what is it, 10 steps ahead or whatever. Fine. How many steps ahead was it? I'm always some steps ahead.
Well, the problem is, like, I feel like I'm going schizo here because there's an unpopular war in the Middle East.
Yeah.
There's a Republican
when have I seen this
buffoon
before?
president who the Democrats go gaga over. Again, he's more fully into Bush, and you know the kids are listening to Deftones. And quite honestly, sometimes I wake up and I think, is it 2002? Is it actually 2002? It feels like it's 2002.
It feels like it's 2002.
Yeah, and then I see the terrible fucking Lego City / Playmobil / video game cars on the road, and I go, no, it's definitely not 2002. The cars
Right.
look terrible.
You have the unfortunate reminders that it is in fact current year. But all the beats are the same.
1995 Polo would be
It's just a
better than
remix.
this.
Just a remix of the same shit.
I miss the 3 box. Why can't we have 3 boxes?
To be fair, though, it's not just hard. You escape social. It's this shit with the socialism, though. That's what I wanted to point out there. But they're doing it, of course, on the right as well. Of where they have to be reined in because the far right, the Tea Party, etc., needs to be reined in, as David Pakman says, and the conservatives are all on board with that too. Of course they are, and that means, look, I mean, this is just some slop account. It's got 10,000 likes on it. Also, holy fuck, Marco Rubio looks like a goblin. Know what I've noticed? Secretary Rubio doesn't do 3-hour podcast espousing. He's talking about JD Vance here, by the way, because JD Vance went on Joe Rogan, and we'll talk about this next, which is that JD Vance is the fall guy. JD Vance is, I at least that's how I see it. Unless you have an alternative theory there, Scrump, I believe that JD Vance is the fall guy for Trump.
He
for
is,
Epstein,
but,
for
sorry, there's people talking about,
Iran.
it's Assassin's, the games aren't helping. Oh yeah, would you like to buy Call of Duty Modern Warfare? Would you like to buy Assassin's Creed Black Flag? What? What year is it? Where am I? Who are you? What war in the Middle
Would you like to
East?
spend 120 fucking quid for it?
Well, thank you, Yaks, for the 5,000 Korean won. I've played these games before. Thank you.
What is that in real money?
In proper money. To
Yeah, yeah.
GBP.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. Thank you so much. Oh my god. 5,000? Oh,
What
it's
is that in real money?
£2.53. Why does it shows up in red because it's in Korean pounds? Which normally the red ones are like $200.
Yeah,
you know?
you've been bamboozled.
I got bamboozled by your
$4
currency.
You got foreign bucks. Some people say
Thank
like
you, though.
Romanian lek or God, what would it be? I can't remember the other one. Yeah, I've had a few be hit by the weird, obscure, like hyperinflated.
No, it's
foreign
like
currency.
$2, guys. But thank you,
All right.
thank you regardless.
Thank you anyway.
Indeed. However, again, it's funny because it's like
I have played
a
the
high
game
value for the way that the currency exchanges. It because YouTubers look at the like color, right? It's a guideline, and red means it's usually I think over 100 or is it over $200? Like 200, something like that. It's usually a big drop. So yeah, 5,000. YouTube doesn't know the fucking difference. Anyway, thank you. Rubio doesn't do 3-hour podcasts spouting conspiracy theories, but JD Vance does. Rubio doesn't.
That's
leak
because no one will
stories
fucking listen to him.
because nobody gives a fuck about Marco Rubio.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yes. Rubio doesn't alienate key groups in the
I don't think
GOP base.
Rubio's-
Who do you think the key group is, by the way? No, it's actually not who this person is talking about. No, he doesn't
Really
alienate
not.
that group. No, he is talking about a certain small-hatted group. Because that's the group that was alienated.
Oh,
The
okay.
key group.
So we're into the
Yeah, yeah, get some Kirby fucking air. Actually, you know what? Kirby's air ride would be perfect for this next kind of segment right here as we talk about the JD Vance stuff. Let me pull up some Kirby's air ride, shall I?
Let the items are about to be bounced.
The items are about to bounce. All right.
I remember when that song was not famous for that reason. Back
good
when it used to
song.
be a bit of a 4chan meme.
Yeah.
The original, I
Me
think
too,
somebody
yeah.
put it back on there, but the original version of the YouTube video had my favorite comment on YouTube, which was just the elevator music in the World Bank. I remember seeing that.
Let me just get this up here.
Fucking elevator music in the World Bank.
Indeed. Let me just
I remember
get
this, yeah.
this up here. Put it down there in the background. Okay. Anyway, it might be a little bit too loud.
No, that's great.
Okay. All right. It's always appropriate music. So yes, Marco Rubio though, he's great. He's fantastic. I mean, it probably should be like El Cucaracha or something for him, but it all leads into it. Rubio doesn't alienate yet key groups. Rubio just tirelessly gets shit done exceptionally well for the USA. And I'd like to
Still
thank
need
him
to
for that.
keep my wallet in
Thank
my
you,
pocket.
Patriot.
Yeah,
So-
all the money in my house just spontaneously disappeared.
So Vance is the fucking fall guy, is what I'm pretty sure is going on. Because he accused Israel of manipulating U.S. public opinion to prolong the Iran war. This is what he did.
They have, though.
Yes, obviously. But this is... You're supposed to be angry at this. You're supposed
New
to be
York freaking
furious at
Times
J.D.
admitted
Vance
this, for God's sake.
daring to criticize the United States' greatest ally, Israel, who's never done anything wrong ever.
The most legitimate nation.
Yes. Even way more legitimate than the United States itself,
The
to be
only
honest.
country that has the right to exist.
The only country, indeed. This was
Even though it
horribly
was
out of
only
line for
formed
him
in the
and deeply
1950s.
anti-Semitic for him to suggest that what has happened has happened. Terrible of him, truly. Yeah, he went on Rogan and said this stuff, so the, of course, kind of result there is, well, obviously, J.D. Vance is going to be the fall guy. J.D. Vance has already been blamed for a bunch of shit. That's enough. He's already been blamed for a bunch of shit involving everything from Epstein. In fact, he's now taken, essentially, responsibility for the
Maybe focus
launching of
on the
Epstein
stuff about
files.
him that's actually crap. You know, like the fact that he's a race traitor and Peter Thiel's little bitch boy.
Well, sure, there's all kinds of actual problems with J.D. Vance, but the things
Yeah,
that,
but
he
why
is
focus on the
going to
fact
be
that-
the scapegoat for Trump's presidency. Because people are too emotionally invested in Trump, they've got too much of their fucking MAGA shit, and he's, he was saved by Jesus. Charlie Kirk saved him or something, I don't know.
Trump was?
Yeah, remember when he nearly got his ear shot off, and then, like, it was God reached down
Yeah.
and moved the sniper rifle 1 inch off. You don't remember that?
God, I need to go and I've still got a bunch of people's tweets saved from that era. I knew those would come in useful eventually, because boy was that embarrassing. God saved Trump. He truly is our president. We're gonna win,
But
guys.
couldn't save Charlie Kirk.
We are
Wonder why.
inevitable.
So that's the difference. Trump, the anointed one, was saved. Charlie Kirk was not, because he wasn't holy enough. Like, people are way too invested in Donald Trump. I mean, quite literally with their time, with their energy, with their emotions. So you can't, they will never be able to accept that Trump isn't the guy they wanted him to be. And so the way to deal with the cognitive dissonance is to let it be that J.D. Vance is responsible for the botching of the Epstein files, that J.D. Vance is responsible for, I mean, J.D. Vance
Remember
is
when
an
everyone was saying
anti-Semite.
he was going to be president? Remember that shit?
I do. It was never going to happen.
And of all the things, of all the people that were never going to be president, he was
J.D.
never going
Vance.
to be president the most.
Yeah.
He's
He's going to take responsibility for anti-Semitism, vis-a-vis Iran. He's going to take responsibility clearly for the botching of the Epstein files, and it's J.D. Vance is the fucking scapegoat. It's so clear that that's what's going on there, and they've been doing this for months.
Was it Hagster, who
Hags-
actually I think
Hagsted's going to be
so
really laden
unlikable.
with the Iran war more than Vance will.
Yeah, they might even put him on trial or something stupid like that. Not properly, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
There's gonna be a whole thing.
whichever Democrat gets in next will probably
Yeah,
put
yeah,
him in
yeah.
trial on some kind of show fucking thing. I'm almost sure of
bringing
that.
disrepute to the U.S. military.
Which
it was
we-
Hagster's fault.
He actually has, though.
I mean, yes, he has, but like,
He's a fucking
look,
cartoon
at
character.
least they had plenty of lobster and steak on the way to Iran, right? That's what really counts. For a couple days. And champagne. Yeah, they had to have lobster, steak, and champagne. And I can't remember how much money it was for all that stuff. It was exorbitant. Interview on Wednesday, Vance told conservative podcaster Joe Rogan that while he trusts some people within the Israeli government, there are others who are manipulating and trying to change American public opinion to keep the war going on indefinitely. The Israeli government did not immediately respond to Vance's comments. That's what you need to fucking know, though. He's come out and been critical of Israel, and you can't fucking do that. Well, you can do that if the whole point is for you to be hated by the neocon establishment and for the return to freedom fries American conservative movement that all love Israel now and have very much divested themselves and drawn, fighting lines down the center and said, you are either with Israel or you are a leftist. Essentially, or you're a stinky leftist. You got stinky lefty lines all around you as you described it, Scrump, right? Good
Yeah,
stinky
yeah, they
lefty
draw
lines.
fucking. This is why we actually just go around drawing stink lines on people, because you might as well cut the middleman out.
Right.
You don't have to. Trying to dress it up intellectually. It's no, you're just gonna point at people and go, "Ooh, stinky, stinky, other stinky. Ooh, you're not with us, stinky."
Whoa! Thank you, Vystad, for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, and congratulations to everybody who's got a gifted membership. Thank you, guys.
Hooray!
Thank you,
Thank you very much.
But
That's
yes,
shit.
I think you're. I mean that is the whole fucking thing, right? Though.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go in a second.
I thought
though,
you might have to leave sooner rather than
because
later.
my eyeballs hurt.
Oh, I'm
and I need a
sorry.
shower. I'm getting stinky.
Okay. Well, thank you.
and I
Actually,
just realized,
before you go though, let's reiterate.
not
Tomorrow.
showered today award.
Tomorrow as well.
Tomorrow.
I will
be
post
tomorrow, but more importantly, it'll be over.
Tomorrow.
Cast.
Tomorrow will be
was the
overcast. Tomorrow will
That
be.
was the worst link ever.
Tomorrow will be Overcast, which is the new. I think it's going to be mostly just kind of a chill. From the way that we've all described it, and I've talked about what our plans for it are, is that it's going to be
over. Might as well chill out.
It's all
like
over.
Chill, Spengler.
Let's not
Spengler beats to
ride the tiger, man. You know what I mean?
I might do some. I might create some like Spengler on the beach. Just get the face out, the smiling Spengler out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spengler vibes.
It's over, so I'm taking a nap. I'm taking a vacation.
Indeed. So it'll be a. I don't think I don't know if there's going to be an exact easy way of describing it, other than friends hanging out, friends of all a similar political leaning, right?
We'll have topics.
right,
Stuff.
yes.
It's a stream, guys. It's a stream. It
It's
won't
a
be like
stream.
this stream, but it'll be a stream.
It won't be just
We
covering
will have no topics. We
news.
will go in blindfolded, and 3 hours will
and if,
disappear.
if
fuck
Aiden
all.
tries to have a topic, she will be beaten with a large spoon.
Okay,
until she no longer has a topic.
you're gonna. What about being with spoon? He probably won't like that either.
Thanks for that.
You're just gonna pick him up and be like, only a spoonful.
I will berate and call all of you F-slurs.
To whack me with him. That's not very nice. It's not nice to be a horse
Be turned
spoon.
into a meme for your
That's
amusement.
what you get
fuck
for
all
being
you
on
people.
topic.
Get beaten with spoon.
Get beaten for being on. Yeah, get beaten with spoon. Well, Spoon's metal. He can handle it. You know. I always imagine him as like an.
It's not. It's
like his Mr. Hanky?
Celtic perspective. Yes, that is actually the kind of. That's
Did
it.
you say Mr. Hanky?
Yeah, as in like that you're like a magical creature, as in you are actually a spoon.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I think that we have agreed though. By
I
the
thought
way,
you meant as an object of ridicule. I'm like, I'm not really sure where you're going with this.
No. That you're like a living creature, well, literally a spoon.
Before you head out.
Yes, that is true.
Celtic perspective says unpopular opinions 2.0. Yes, I think that's.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
and on that note, I'm gonna leave.
All right. See ya.
Bye, y'all.
Cheers. Yeah, it's probably going to be unpopular. Popular opinions 2.0. That's what I think what it was literally called in the discussions about this behind the scenes. Thank you to Scrump for joining us for a bit. I knew he probably couldn't hang out too long. Well, lads, it's just us now. I know Bill unfortunately has to deal with his unfortunately for us is dealing with his stuff for the game, and then came home to a bunch of ants all over our house, which was very fun. Anyway, Spoon, are you ready to continue?
Sure, why not?
Let's see what else we got. So Vance, I think, is being set up as a fall guy. I've been saying this actually for months now, I think. He's been set up as a fall guy for Epstein, which is happening here as well. We screwed up the comms. JD Vance admits errors over Epstein files release. Vice President tells Joe Rogan administration. This was all on the Joe Rogan show. I obviously can't show you all of that because it's very long. I'm also taking these earrings out because they're starting to hurt. Excuse me. Very elegant there. Vice President tells Joe Rogan administration botched handling and should have released all documents from the start. Again, I think he's just being made the fall guy for all of this. I know it's just because he said it to Joe Rogan. But when people think about this in retrospect, they'll go, well, JD Vance, he's the one who fucked up. He told, Joe Rogan that they fucked up the Epstein files release, which was obviously the case. Well, they didn't fuck it up. All of that was on purpose. It was to get you excited, to make you think something's happening. We've caught a pedophile and stopped his pedophile organization. But no, you were never going to know about any of that stuff because Epstein had dirt on everyone. So of course you, the pleb, were never going to find out that information. It was being promised to you as a carrot, you know? Just look over
You're not
here,
supposed
get
to, yeah.
distracted, definitely gonna give you those Epstein files. Oh, they're gone. Right? Many such cases. It's also tiresome. Vance agreed with the criticism that the Trump admin botched the handling of the release of Jeffrey Epstein files, telling podcaster Joe Rogan that we absolutely screwed up the comms. Yeah, it was also fucking it was a terrible look to have a bunch of influencers, a bunch of social media people there with their little binders going, "Whoa, yay, I've got a bunch of information about a pedophile sex ring, yay!" It's fucking surreal. Like, even just looking back on it, how long ago was that, Spoon? 6, 8 months ago? Did that happen?
Which the Epstein thing?
Yeah.
It's like 2 years ago.
With the Epstein binders?
Yes.
Was it 2 years? No, wait, time is passing
It
different
was
for me,
the
friend.
beginning of 2025. So it's like a year and 6 months ago.
God, I felt like it was, oh well. Oh, Jesus. But that was that whole stupid distraction there, yeah. And yes, of course it was botched. It was intended to be botched, which means it wasn't botched. It went off as intended. But of course it looked bad. So someone has to be the fall guy.
It was in the
And
news
it's JD
cycle,
Vance.
which means it was going to get rinsed.
Yes. And the fall guy, it seems, is JD Vance.
I don't even think the whole story needs to be. It doesn't need a fall guy. All it needs is anything else in the news cycle.
Well, they're making
forget.
him the fall guy for Trump, right? Writ large. JD Vance is going to be the fall guy for
Binder
and
was
Pete
9 months
Hegseth.
ago. Really?
I didn't think it was over a year.
I'll take.
JD
trust
Vance
Jason
and Pete
on that.
Hegseth are going to end up being the fall guys for Trump, for the Trump administration 2.0 writ large, I believe. And I believe that because they're having JD Vance come out here and saying things like, oh, Israel's got undue influence. We botched the Epstein files. Well, of course they do. But you're not supposed to say that stuff. And the influencer class, the conning people are going to tell you, dear viewer, how you're supposed to feel about it. Here's Jeremy Boring, who is, this is the Daily Wire guy, right? He's like even Ben Shapiro's boss, correct?
Yeah, supposedly.
So, oh my God. He's talking about why we got to get rid of JD Vance. JD Vance is the scapegoat. This is perhaps true in a general election, but not the primary. What's the impetus behind this? Oh yeah, sorry. The moderate case says, saying you won't vote for JD Vance because he isn't as pro-Israel as you want him to be isn't America first. You can disagree with him on Israel, I don't really care, but if one foreign policy disagreement outweighs immigration, the economy, war, spending, he goes on, whatever. Here's Jeremy Boring's response. This is perhaps true in a general election, but not in a primary. JD Vance is not our nominee, and no one has any obligation to use their vote to ascend a primary candidate to be our. Who's our, Jeremy?
Does he mean?
Who's us?
I think he means Republican.
Does he?
Yeah, I think actually he does.
Then again, what's the difference between a Republican and a Zionist and an Israel first person? There is no functional difference.
I would say, I'd say the reason why we think this is because we can tell that's what he actually means.
That's what he actually means.
Whereas
yes.
for the whereas the pitch, the pitch just means Republican.
The Yoda 55 for 10 USD says, Broken Crown guest suggestion before I forget basic logic. He's a Christian, a monarchist, I think. Oh, shit. Is good at conveying complex ideas, simply reads data and has no problem calling out them. Holy fuck. I've not heard of this guy. Let me look him up immediately. Thank you, the Yoda. Basic
He's a fairly
logic.
big YouTuber.
Is he? That name is, well, the problem is with that name is that, like, it's very generic. How about not? No, he's not. I mean, he's 108K, so around the same size as.
It's not small.
No, it's not small. I've never heard of this guy, but I'm seeing from his thumbnails. Yeah, quite based. Holy fuck, how have I not heard of this guy? Well, subscribe. Oh, subscribe on the new channel, but I'll keep his channel up. Thank you, thank you. I will definitely look into his stuff. I don't know how I've not. Even after all this time, occasionally I'll just come across. Well, because there's newer people and just don't know everybody. The videos are fire. Let's go, Scott X. You might think he's AI because his thumbnails are MS Paint. No, I think I got the aesthetic he was going for, but yeah. Very, very cool. You got that in a year? All right. Let's fucking go. I'll reach out to him. If he's based as fuck, I'll check out some of his videos. If he's based as fuck, we can also potentially work together. With in a financial capacity. There's not anything weird. I'm just working with other influencers now, in order to make sure that they get that we work together on with like-minded people to promote good products and services that are, you know, philosophically and politically aligned with us. So things like Wolfings are the book publisher, which Scrump's new book will be published under the Wolfings label. I think he's putting the final touches on that book too. And you can, of course, actually, it should be in the link of the description of pretty much any of these streams, I believe, a link to his previous book, his and Evelyn's previous book, Anti-Politics, Volume 1. But he's about to publish Anti-Politics, Volume 2. You should have got him to shill that while I was here, but I've shilled it for him, so, you know, task completed. So J.D. Vance is not our guy, he's not our guy. Concern over America's relationship with Israel is wholly legitimate concern for a primary voter, and believing in a strong bilateral relationship with Israel is in no way antithetical to an American first philosophy. Yeah, it is. In terms of what you mean by a strong bilateral relationship, which means making the United States and Israel share a military, essentially, right? Because that's what they're upset about when this was written. Even in a general election, one might conclude that America ceding its place as a global hegemon, and turning on its historic allies is itself an anti-American position. Well, you are doing this by siding with Israel, by merging your militaries with Israel, by quite literally doing Israel's bidding. You are not global hegemon. You're Grug. You're Grug with big stick who works for the global hegemon, which is Israel. Right? Where's your independence? You're a fucking thug who does the bidding of your boss. That's not real global hegemony. The United States could be global hegemon, but instead chooses to be Israel's puppet. Because it's more that than the other way around. Very unfortunately, by the way. Relationship with Israel, no way antithetical to America first. Yes, it is. You cannot be America first and also Israel first. And it is a dividing line
literally
there.
in the title.
Yes, you can't be both. Manny Uchusai for 20 says, on 2 separate occasions, I had a surprise chat with normies about JS. One was, one was a boomer, the other was a hicklib. Both of them were J-pilling hardcore. The peasants have started to really notice for what it's worth. I think so too. And I think it's going to be very difficult to put the toothpaste back in the tube on this.
It's kind of hard not to, considering how in your face those pricks are.
I think
like, hey, let's fuse our military. Like, that's kind of a dead giveaway that they're kind of assholes.
But
and also, they've been kicked out of every country they've ever lived for 2,000 years. That's
but the reality is that a lot of boomer cons, you know, a lot of those normie conservative types who love Donald Trump, they've bought into this stuff. You have to understand that those people,
you know, Udin's coming for your 401k.
They are, you know, Baptists. They're other types of evangelicals, and they read their Schofield Bible, and they believe that the Jews are the chosen people, and that it is the job of their own their major point in life, their point for living, in order to get into heaven, is to help the Jews, right? Because they are the true chosen people, unlike
someone told me, I can't name the content creator, but someone said to me that's Joel Berry's entire reason for existing.
Yes.
It's just to serve Israel, which is fucking funny.
It's many such cases, by the way. It's not just Joel Berry's, but he's certainly one of them.
God, he's an insufferable.
God, he really. I actually got a Joel Berry tweet, I think, here in a minute. In the same section of people who were freaking out at J.D. Vance. Because this is Jared Boring again. But
like, of the most annoying people on Twitter, he's on their list. Yeah. I'm actually amazed he's never blocked me.
Oh,
that block still eludes me.
Don't be a quitter. Keep aiming for the, you know, aim for the stars or aim for the sky, moon. What is it? How does it work?
I have the Spectator.
Even if you miss, you'll end up in the stars. You gotta keep trying to get blocked.
I've had the Spectator, Brendan O'Neill, all the guys from Trigonometry.
Very based. I've got a constant kissing
Thank
thing in
you.
a second, by the way, because he's another one who jumped on this, because of course he did. Didn't I? Do I have the constant kissing thing? No, I don't, because I didn't go all into it on the Odyssey, but I can find that real quick. Ooh, because Kissin was very supportive of the Odyssey. He loves it. Anyway.
Of course,
So,
he's an idiot.
well, no, he's pushing it for a reason, which is, you know, actually, the multi-culti is great. Well, you just, you know, you don't need to care about white civilization. What even is that? White history. It's not a thing. We're a great big melting pot. We're
No,
all
we're not.
Americans here. That's the way, that's their fucking subversive shit, though, and you know what I mean, right? Is that, well, if it's a white culture, then, it's kind of boring. Don't you want to make it more interesting? Right?
No, I don't want to make
By
it more
adding
violent, gay,
all kinds of
dumb.
brown people and gays and trans and all that stuff to it.
No.
Now, I think that the Odyssey was just a cash grab, honestly. But the reasons why people are supporting it is for its subversive elements. Is that, look, there's no such thing as European history. It doesn't even exist. It's a myth. It's as fake as the Greek gods. It's all fake. It's all bullshit. Who cares? Who cares if we rewrite it? Who cares if we cast a bunch of brown people and trans as men and all this ridiculous shit and use modern day American English? Say daddy and all kinds of stuff in a film that's supposed to take place in ancient Greece. Anyway, sorry, my contempt towards the Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey aside. In that contest, JD's unwillingness to criticize the worst elements in that movement. Sorry, I skipped something. Whoops. Still, for now, the question isn't who will I support for president, it's who will I support to be the Republican nominee for president. These are functionally the same things, Jeremy. In that contest, J.D. Vance's unwillingness to criticize the worst elements in the movement, and by this he means anti-Semites, he means people who are critical of Israel, while reserving his most blistering rhetoric for the cohort that has most consistently voted Republican. Have they? Have Jews consistently voted Republican, Jeremy? All of them?
No.
No, they've not, have they?
If they did, it would actually at least make some sense because you're courting a voting base.
Jews have not consistently voted Republican. It's just... Oh, and also, how terrible would it be if we lost the... How many Jewish people... What's the percentage of Jews in America? Like 3%? 4%? I don't think it's much more than that.
Still too high.
Well, percent Jewish people in the United States, which is 2.4%. Oh no! We wouldn't want to lose that important voter base. 2.4%, half of which don't vote Republican either. Anyway, you know, damn. At least half of which don't vote Republican. Oh, you might lose out on a whole 0.8% of people. I know they got a lot of money, but this is just ridiculous. It's far too early to say it's conclusive, but it's worth remembering that in the primary, it isn't our job to vote for JD. It's JD's job to win our vote. Right now, he is alienating a large segment of the 2024 coalition.
Okay.
1%. 1% of, that's not voters. 1% maybe of people in the United States who might be Jewish, who are Jewish, and might lean to the right. Like 1 to 1.3-4%. Upper echelon.
He's alienating our dollars, not he's alienating the people.
Yes, you're alienating your donors, yes.
Yeah.
But that's on purpose. He's being set up to lose. To take the fall for Trump, I believe. I'd love to be proven wrong, but that's what it's looking like to me. For what seems to me like no reason. Oh no, there's your reason, Jeremy. I just gave it to you, and I think you know it as well. I hope or he could be an idiot who actually doesn't know what's going on. That's also possible. I hope he finds a better way to navigate the division. I do not believe he will win the nomination without a more deft hand, which, again, this is a public threat to J.D. Vance, but it's supposed to look that way, maybe? Is it? I don't know. Because a lot of this stuff, it is just haphazard and retarded and stupid. It's not at all planned and carefully considered in the way that people often want to think that things are, that it's a big conspiracy and every single tweet is managed in some way. No, Jeremy Boring's probably just a fucking idiot who doesn't know what's going on either. And he's just thinking he's threatening J.D. Vance without understanding that the powers that be actually probably are setting J.D. Vance up to be a scapegoat. And so he's doing this specifically so that Jeremy Boring can castigate him publicly like this. Not just Jeremy
I
Boring.
can never tell. I can never tell if these people are, if they're trying to wish a certain outcome into being, or if they.
Indeed, Frosty
Actually, no, that's
Chaos.
just the main one. But the thing is, with Jeremy Boring, when people like this say this kind of shit, making political predictions, my question is, what's your previous track record?
I mean, we just had Scrump on. We know what his fucking previous track record is.
Hey, he's actually pretty good. But if you listen to like Jeremy Boring and they,
What's
this
his?
is what the person needs to do to win. My question is like, how often have you predicted anything correctly? If the answer is never, shut the fuck up. Your opinion is worthless.
And
You don't matter. You're
we've
just
got another, by
wishmasking.
the way,
Piss off.
political genius here with a great track record. Mark Levin.
Mark Levin,
tribesman.
who's completely psychopathic.
Yes. And he says the VP owes Israel and millions of its American supporters an apology. The Iranian terrorist regime rejected the MOU. That was the ridiculous, agreement they tried to reach with Iran that was never going to happen, ever, ever, ever.
How dare they not sign their own surrender treaty?
Yeah.
Who do they think they are? People
They
with
hadn't
sovereignty?
lost.
How dare they?
You just stopped attacking them and you've gone back and are now kind of trying to hide that it's even happening, which is the bizarre part. It's like the Iran war stuff is not in the news. We are back at war with Iran. There was a ceasefire for a couple weeks where there was essentially no there wasn't the ceasefire. There was no engagement for like weeks. Starts back up. American soldiers have died. And there's no coverage of it. There's barely any coverage of it. They just want you to forget that it's happening. I think because their plans didn't work out. They didn't get the peace with Iran that they wanted. By that they mean the capitulation from Iran that they wanted. So instead now it's just like, what war with Iran? What gas prices? Does it not feel that way to you?
The ones I'm being robbed to pay.
Does it not feel that way to you as if they're really trying to make it seem like the United States is not currently involved in an active war that has been re-engaged as of last week?
Yeah.
It's strange. Why is the news not flooded with information about Iran? I had to dig for it. I mean, not super
It's
far,
not
to be
popular.
fair. It's not what's being promoted. And with agenda-setting theory, McCombs and Shaw, 1979, I believe the seminal. I always get the year wrong on it. I believe it's McCombs and Shaw, 1979, agenda-setting theory. 9.98 correlation between what the news reports on and what topics people think are important. One of the most important findings in the social sciences ever, which is that and what I always tell people, look for the narrative or the lack thereof. What is being reported on? What is being pushed forward? What is not being reported on? What is being pushed back or held back? And right now the Iran stuff's being held back, despite the fact that we're back in active war with them. Whoops. I keep doing that. It's because I have like Twitter scrunched a little bit, so I keep accidentally clicking on the side. MOU is undermined at all agreements and deals. Iran killed it, not some influence operation. It's called logic, experience, and knowledge, of which you have none, Mark, of any of those things. Neither logic, nor experience, nor knowledge. You can see the kind of responses that this is getting, though.
Wait, scroll back up again. Scroll back up again.
To Mark Levin's tweet?
Yeah, the policy. Then Iranian service team rejects the MOU and has undermined all agreements and deals. Oh, come on. This is like fucking protection and gaslighting.
It is kvetching, yes. Casman ZS8EX for 2 says, call the one they're eating the floor inside out. Call one they're eating the floor inside out.
It means bugs in your place.
Oh, by the way, I just saw a little ant crawling along the wall back there. Ooh. It's so gross.
Calm
it's so
down.
fucking gross.
Freaking
Dude,
ant.
they're gross.
It's an ant. Why are ants scaring
The
you?
flying ones are gross because they land on you. They're like unlike most bugs that like might land on you. I would say these flying ants appear to be attracted to the human body. Like they want to stick to you. It's very gross and ugh. Well, I hate bugs. I'm a woman, Spoon. Of course I hate bugs. What do you expect?
Go, oh look, it's a bug, and then move on with your day.
It's gross. Icky. It's icky. Spoon, it's icky. Anyway. So all in unison, they're in on this stuff. All in unison. Another one, Misfit. Oh God, this guy. Honestly.
Oh, he's a homosexual.
He's one of the only people where I've genuinely thought about blocking him. Because I hate.
Oh, it's really bad when you want to block someone.
Yeah, I know, and I don't do that. I don't I only block
Do
people
that
who
ever,
like
yeah.
are like go insane at me for a really long time. I'm actually quite patient with people. I just hate this guy.
That's a great
He
freeze
is
frame, by the way,
for him or for me.
for him.
Oh yeah. Uh, this
Also,
guy
whiskey or
is
beer, whiskey.
actually I don't even know. Is he Jewish or is he just a good boy?
Yes.
He's Jewish. He has to be this insane, right? He makes me sick. Like I think. Look, I'm just saying.
He looks like he's about to throw some gay vernacular
Yeah,
just
like
from that
he
pose.
looks
He's
gay.
like head cocked sassy.
He looks gay. He looks dysgenic. I don't like him physically. I find him grotesque, and then the things that come out of his face are maybe the reason why I feel that he's grotesque in the first place. I feel like I would find him off-putting no matter what. Something about him really creeps me out, and he is Israel's top guy, one of them.
Homosexual.
One, and I'm almost sure homosexual, whatever he claims to be. He
He
seems
is
really
he is
gay
gay.
to me.
To this. And JD Vance might not necessarily be lying as much as he might just be mistaken, right? Again,
Oh,
there's
he could
plenty
just
to
be
criticize
mistaken.
him on. We don't need to lie.
So, God damn. JD
Yes, you
Vance is
do. Your
just
entire people's gimmick
all
is
you
to
do is
lie.
lie.
What the hell
All
are you
you do
talking
is
about?
lie. I can't stand this guy. He's
Yeah.
gotten into little snits with me on Twitter before, by the way.
So when I see the people attacking him, I go, okay. When I see people, like when I see what he says, I go, okay. And I'm taking
Okay. This is, but you have to understand, like in this kind of spectrum, right? You have to have a little bit of pushback on the narrative that they're, going to put forward. JD Vance is an anti-Semite. JD Vance is therefore anti-American because Israel and the United States are functionally the same thing. It's quite literally what we are doing militaristically right now. The United States and Israel are
Wait,
inseparable.
this guy
Our best.
debated Jay Dyer?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh,
Yes.
God, I meant Jay must have killed him.
Yeah. Fucking slaughter. Fucking. R-word. Can I see that on YouTube? Probably. Super R-worded, man. Not retarded. The other one.
Oh.
Great.
in all of this information, and what I'm getting out of it is this, right? This is what I think, right? Regardless if you think Vance is actually anti-Zionist, if he believes what Tucker Carlson...
Oh God, I hope so. Unfortunately, he's not. He's just playing a role here. Gee, I sure wish JD Vance was an anti-Semite or whatever. Anti-Zionist. What did he say? Anti-Zionist. They use those words interchangeably.
Flip of the tongue. It's basically the same thing. Let's be honest.
Well, they do use them interchangeably. They will call, if you are an anti-Zionist, they will call you an anti-Semite and say that you hate all Jewish people because you have problems with the state of Israel. They use these terms interchangeably, so whatever.
Carlson believes if he's a pro-Groiper, whatever, regardless of that, he's going to lose voters a lot.
No. What again with this?
No, he's not.
This appeal to majority, with this appeal to consensus. 1% of the U.S. population, conservative-leaning Jews. That's going to cost him a lot of voters. Now, what he means is that the Zionist faction in the United States, which is so powerful, which he means the Goyim, which he means the slaves, people who are dumb eater conservatives who do whatever they're told, and they will drop JD Vance if they are told. That's how democracy works. It unfortunately is. People just kind of follow cues. They don't have time. This is not to say, by the way, I'm not imputing anyone's intelligence here. As I've said many times about this, if you want to actually care about this politics stuff, you have to be on it all the time. You have to be thinking about it to a certain extent all the time. Normies don't do that. They just go, who do I vote for? Who's the person on my team? That's how democracy functions, ultimately. And then they get told, you don't vote for JD Vance. Don't vote for JD Vance because he's a nasty anti-Semite. He's a nasty anti-Zionist. He's not our guy. You vote for Marco Rubio. He's our guy. And for probably like 95 to 98% of people, that's all they think about it. Now, they might actually pay a huge amount of attention to politics, but it doesn't get any deeper than that as to who's my guy and who is my enemy. Because that's, as humans, how we've evolved in intergroup competition and intergroup competition and intragroup homophily. There we go. Sorry, I got there in the end. Fuck.
if he's the nominee, right? Because he's either just as bad as people are saying, or they, in quotes, they, the people who are running the anti-Israel campaigns, and right, or the pro-Israel campaigns.
I love that he implies that he's doing like the Jewish like parentheses around people who are running the anti-Israel campaigns. Just do your counter-jihad shtick, idiot. Call them Muslims or whatever. Call them Nazis. Do whatever you're gonna do. Do your gay little counter-jihad, your gay little fucking... Oh god, I'm sorry. I hate this guy. Actually makes me sick. So... Spoon, are you there? Am I boring you? You've not been super active. Okay, making sure you're alright. Because you've not been... I thought when Scrump was here, maybe you're just letting us taking a back seat. Just making sure you're alright.
Campaigns. They, the NGOs, the PSYOPs, the people that are foreign adversaries, could be Democrats. It could be like this is oppo. This is opposition. Whatever, whoever quote they
I get the
are.
impression like if you have a foreign if there is a foreign adversary to the United States, I feel like they don't need to do anything. They could just watch America crumble by their own fucking
What do
stupidity.
you think Russia's doing? What do you think China's doing right now? They're letting America crumble.
Nothing.
Nothing. What do you think Iran's doing right now?
Celebrating.
America's crumbling on its own.
They get to go on the offensive again.
The weight of all its bureaucracy and infrastructure and bullshit is killing it. Russia, China, Iran don't have to do anything, actually. They're just waiting for it to die. And it is dying. I don't like that. I'm very critical of the United States. I'm critical of it because of decisions that have been made, not just now. Not currently, not even since World War II. World War II is really the catalyst for all of modern politics. I think the problems with America start much older and much deeper, but they are not irreconcilable.
1976.
Or I think there might have still been some hope. 1770, not at 1776. There were a lot of founding fathers who wanted a king, who wanted to crown George Washington king. That would have been the correct answer, in my opinion. It's a more honest form of government. But we've done this democracy experiment again, not the first time.
And cringe and gay.
But democracy makes people feel good. Makes them feel that they're participating, like they're part of something bigger than themselves. And when you live in a deracinated, deracinated and religiousized, the atheist-sized, removed of God society, then people need something to to feel that they're a part of something bigger than themselves, and that becomes this idea of mass democracy, which is, of course, a fucking farce. And this guy is democracy made manifest in terms of being a fucking farce.
Working, right?
Gentlemen.
I don't think J.D. Vance, and I've had people say, the internet's not real life. It affects real life.
It goes back before World War I, by the way, David Francisco. I mean, Jekyll Island, there's many ways that the United States in particular... Wait, was Jekyll Island after or before World War I? No, I can't remember. Which is the meeting at Jekyll Island? When is that? Is that before or after? It's 1910, so it is before. Yeah. If you want to know when, I believe, if you can point to a single date, a single period in history where the United States lost all semblance or potentiality to get out of this mess, it is the November 1910 meeting at Jekyll Island, which is where you get the Fed. Now, I still have some libertarian roots, but it's not just the Fed itself, the Federal Reserve, that comes out of the
To
meeting
be
at Jekyll Island.
anti-Fed is a libertarian thing. It's just something that libertarians believe, but I don't think it's exclusively one.
No, unfortunately, I said that because it gets tied to Lolberts, and I was a Lolbert. It's not just the Fed that happened at Jekyll Island. It is the consolidating of the American government into this very planned state. That's where things really became, I think, unfixable, is the meeting in Jekyll Island. More than anything else. Scrump, if he were here, I'm sure would give some input on that. I would have liked to hear that, because he's done some great work on that.
Man, look, Trump won because he hit the social media circle. He won because he did the podcast bros. We cannot dismiss the power of social media.
So, J.D. Vance just did the podcast bros. He just did Joe Rogan. So, again, this guy is such a fucking midwit. I don't think he's a midwit. He's an actual retard. He's like, Trump won because of social media. J.D. Vance is going to lose because of social media. Well, J.D. Vance just went on the biggest fucking podcast on earth. you're saying the podcast bros are what got Trump to win? Well, then why is it going to cost JD Vance to lose? It will. I don't think JD Vance has a snowball's chance. He's being made to be the scapegoat, so he's not going to.
How it affects a political campaign. There's also the social media is not real life when it's not real life, like Thomas Massey's hyperinflated fake support through.
Oh no, Thomas Massey does have real support. He absolutely does. But this is
Thomas
the thing.
Massey has massive support. How do you think he won repeatedly?
Yeah. Well, because this is cope. This is pure and utter copium. Nobody likes Thomas Massey. This is how they deal with this. They just tell their followers, nobody likes this person. He is not real. He doesn't exist. No one likes JD Vance. JD Vance is bad because he's anti-Israel. And their stupid fucking boomer audience and their normie-con viewers who don't have enough time to think about these things because they don't want to.
I don't think
It's
many
too much
boomers are
cognitive
watching
fucking
this
load.
book.
No, but that's what I mean. It's normies as well. It's too much. They have to make it ubiquitous. That's how this shit works. So it's not just this guy. He's just one voice in the fucking sea, in the ocean. It has to be this guy and Jeremy Boring and Ben Shapiro. All of them must speak in unison. And their fucking neocon Ziobot choir. You know? So he's just one manifestation of that. But they all have to be in unison. They get talking points on this stuff. Directly or indirectly. Sometimes they just absorb them by osmosis. They know what they care about, which is Israel. And nothing else.
Foreign bots and ratioing and X polls and what have you, right? So the truth is, social media is not real life, but it can affect elections.
No, social media is not real life, and it can affect elections. I don't think so. I guess it can, but not as much as people think it can. People are going to do what they're going to do. They are influenced by their friends and family more than they are by social media, even today. I know that people don't probably believe that, but it is true. So, where was I? Shoot. Yeah, here's how you're supposed to feel about him. All in unison. Oh, here's, yeah. Is this the even Kilgore one? No. Let's look at Ben Shapiro. Here's his fucking the mate. Oh god, I love a good Ben Shapiro seethe. I love watching this, Semitic gentleman, rage.
Would not like a Republican who sounds like a Democrat. I don't want a socialistic big government.
And look at how they spun this. To be critical of Israel now is a Democrat position. So when he says, I don't want a Republican who sounds like a Democrat, he means J.D. Vance is critical of Israel, therefore he is a Democrat. He sounds like a Democrat. I don't want to vote for a Republican who sounds like a Democrat. I wouldn't want to vote for a Republican who says the same thing that the crazy loonies who are trying to put these trannies forward are saying. Well, they both are critical of Israel. It's so, sorry. It's just so obvious prima facie what they're doing. And it will work, because people are stupid. Or they're not stupid, they don't have enough time to think about this stuff. They just don't. Some of them are stupid. Most of them just don't have the time or energy to fucking care about it. The Yoda 55 for 5 USD says, a single playthrough of the Metal Gear Solid series makes one more politically astute than most normies. Is that why I'm fucked up? Maybe. I don't know. I love Metal Gear. It's one of my favorite game franchises of all time. Have you played Metal Gear, Spoon?
I have not.
You should play Metal Gear.
There's a lot of old games that I've not actually played.
Just play... Okay, it's really hard for me to say you can skip Metal Gear Solid 1. Chat, is it okay to skip Metal Gear Solid 1? I love MGS 1. It's a great fucking game. I think you can skip Metal Gear. I think you can skip Metal Gear. Those games are very old.
Aren't all these things mainly PlayStation?
There's older games. Metal Gear Solid is like the second edition. Those are the ones that were 3D games, but there's Metal Gear 1 and 2. And
yeah, but I'm saying like these are all PlayStation titles. Well, they originally
the Metal
were.
Gear Solid games are PlayStation or newer. Yes. So
yes, and so as a PC fanboy, that probably the reason why I did not play them.
They're ported now.
Yeah.
So and long since.
Also, you can
look.
Yeah.
At the very
play them on
at the
emulators as well.
Bare minimum, I would suggest you play Snake Eater. I don't know, like that's Metal Gear Solid 3. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Digital Foil agrees. Play MGS 3. Thou shalt not skip Metal Gear Solid 1. It's in the... I know. That's why I was debating, can you skip MGS 1? I don't think I don't think you can skip MGS2, personally. I love Metal Gear Solid 2. I might like it more than MGS3. Oh, I know that's haram. I know that's heresy to say. But I might like Metal Gear Solid 2 more than I like Metal Gear Solid 3. Spoon, everyone loves MGS3. It's got a great, like, 1960s soundtrack. It's fantastic. It's a great game. It's very silly. But it also... the reason I think you can't skip MGS2 is because I think actually MGS2 is more important if you want to understand Kojima's, like, fever dream version of modern politics and how the Patriots are in control. He really was a bit prophetic on accident with that stuff. So.
Yes, Senator Armstrong.
So you're familiar at least with
with some
Revengeance.
of the lore, yes.
Revengeance is a great game.
I mean, it's very mimetic.
Yes, very mimetic. Well, the memes, Jack. the memes. You know, memes are the was it of the soul? I can't remember.
I've noticed something that Yancy said in one of his reviews. He said games either fall into one of two categories. They either stimulate or numb. And I've realized I don't really play games to be stimulated. I play games to be numbed. Which is probably why I can spend like
play Rising Revengeance then. Because that game is like, it's just fun. It's got great stuff in it. Also, in terms of the story is kind of, there's good moments in it. It's less.
I'm very boring. I'm basically a machine.
In a highfalutin, very cringe way that Kojima is, but yet accidentally gets to the truth at some elements. Vengeance is a great game with the best soundtrack in gaming, in my opinion, and in many people's opinion. So I'm not alone in that one. I think you should play Rising Revengeance. Yes, other people are seconding that. But 2's got the Patriots speech. 2 has got, I think, if you like the more conspiracy kind of shit, 2 is the game. 3 is Metal Gear Solid 3. I'd say best overall. Metal Gear Solid 4, I'm a bit mixed on. I think you can honestly skip MGS4. But I do like MGS5 for the gameplay. Story sucks. MGS5 for the gameplay, yeah, on board. Skipping Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 are okay, but Solid Series, yes, I think you can skip Metal Gear 1 and 2. Solid Series has so much cross-references, the story. Yeah, it does make little sense. You really do have to play all of them. I'm trying to, like, think, how can I suggest to Spoon, who's played none of these games, how to make the workload lower. But I do think you probably should play all of them, all 5, including MGSV.
Play Assassin's Creed if you like being numbed, yeah.
You love Assassin's Creed, though. Yeah, don't you?
Assassin's Creed, yes.
Which one's... Brotherhood's your favorite, isn't it? Or is it Black Flag?
Probably for the story, I think I probably prefer 2.
Oh, right, or 2, yes. 2's fantastic.
Yeah.
2 is fantastic.
Yeah. 3 actually... 3's biggest problem is that it doesn't have the best protagonist.
No.
But it does have the best antagonist because his father, Haytham, is far more interesting than fucking Connor is.
Yes.
Connor is some dopey moron who doesn't understand anything about human nature.
I had a hard time getting into 3 because of the protagonist, and so I never finished it. But you showed me Haytham's speech, and I was like, at the end, I'm like, oh, fuck, that goes fucking hard, you know?
Yeah, Haytham is actually aware of the reality of... Like, the best bit is when he says, what do the Templars truly seek? And he says, order, purpose. Like, yeah, that's actually what any society actually fucking runs on.
Ultimately.
And then he says, like, oh, like, freedom is peace. And he's like, no, it's an invitation to chaos. Like, yeah, that's actually true. Of all the people, he is the most grounded in human nature. I think he's also probably the best written character in the series, frankly. Compared to everyone else, he comes across as a actual kind of in-depth thinker.
The way Magger says he couldn't finish Metal Gear Solid 3. Metal Gear Solid 3. I love that game so much. I love the boss. I do love all the Soviet era stuff. I truly love Metal Gear Solid 3. I think in my opinion, it's the best game in the series, and that's despite the fact that I think intellectually I like MGS2 better. Sorry, let's get off Metal Gear, or I will talk about it all night. I could literally talk about the boss for like 3 hours, and I won't do that. I will not bore you with my ramblings about how the boss is the best character, the best
You can, and the chat would find that amusing.
The best female character in video games. And in fact, I think one of the only truly good female characters in media. I love the boss. I love the boss. Because she's just David Bowie. She's a man. That's why she's great. Anyway. Ben Shapiro.
There's not been that many great female characters in games aside from like the cliched ones.
Well, like, I mean, they're great because they got great tits. In terms of characters that are legitimately good, legitimately compelling characters, the boss hits it out of the park. He just made her a man, and that's why it works. I mean, she's a man who literally cut her baby out of her belly while she was on the battlefield. So there's some very cool stuff. Like, again, he made her a man. He made her David Bowie. So it worked. I love the boss. She's my fucking hero.
I don't want economic
Female
policies
character
that could
that's
come
good
straight
because they
from
don't
Bernie
have
Sanders.
Booba.
Huh? Sorry? You go back.
Female character that's competent and liked, but not because she has booba.
Yeah. Well, I mean, her boobs are out in the game. You still want to get something out of it. But there's, a big scar from where she cut her fucking belly open over it, yeah.
Trying to think now.
I don't like the boss.
I've always liked Jax from Mass Effect because she
how about
actually
Sniper
was
Wolf,
interesting.
then?
You're saying it like I should know these people.
They're Metal Gear Solid characters. Don't worry about it.
Economic policies that could come straight from Bernie Sanders. I don't want a foreign policy that sounds like Ro
hang
Khanna
on. Oh,
or
no. Oh, no. Did this? Yeah, it just
conspiratorial
crashed. There we
view
go.
of the American.
Sorry. One more time because it froze. Sorry. Not that I really give a fuck about what Ben Shapiro says, other than the fact that it is consistent and coherent with all of the other Israel shills coming out with the same messaging at the same time, which is don't pay attention to influencers, don't pay attention to J.D. Vance. We, the patriots, are in control.
Want economic policies that could come straight from Bernie Sanders. I don't want a foreign policy that sounds like Ro Khanna or a conspiratorial view of the American meritocracy that reads like Zoran Mamdani. I don't think if a Republican takes those positions, he's likely to win either. So why am I worried about that? Well, because yesterday...
Zoran Mamdani is no fucking threat. He's the mayor of New York.
He got blessed by the Juden to get that position anyway.
Yes. And he has said, oh, yeah, Netanyahu, war criminal. Yeah, total war criminal. I can't do anything about that. You guys, no, it's all good. That is the wind being taken out of the sails of the left, as it is always taken out of the wind of any and all political movements within a democracy. They're not going to do shit. The whole point is to just keep treading water forever under the current gestalt, under the current paradigm. Things will never change. Nothing ever happens.
Yesterday, I watched...
In that sense, things do happen, right? Like when we say nothing ever happens, what we mean is the zeitgeist doesn't move. The underlying or overwhelming political establishment stays the same. And so you might change out the
pieces.
Always does. Yes. You might change out this puzzle piece or the other one, but it's still the same puzzle. It's still the same chessboard, You've not flipped the table.
You changed the face, but never the cogs.
Yes, indeed.
Watched Vice President J.D. Vance on Joe Rogan's show. Let's just say I have some concerns.
I'm sure you do, Benny boy.
This is the Ben Shapiro Show. Joe Rogan's show. And as always, the VP is charming and he's articulate. I've met him. The vice president is a very nice person. He's genial. He's funny. Obviously super talented.
But he doesn't like Israel enough.
End up vice president of the United States in your early 40s without being a very talented person. Usha, his wife, is a delightful person. But now it's time to get down to brass tacks. Would we like a Republican Party that is essentially a horseshoe Democratic Party? I'm asking
there it
because...
There it is again. Same narrative. By criticizing Israel and its power over the United States government. You guys not see what they've done. Do you know? I hope I think everyone here gets it. All of this drawing the stink lines around people like Hassan Piker who are critical of Israel says now that if you are critical of Israel for any reason, you are a Democrat. You have Democrat positions. You have leftist positions. Look at and it works.
This is just dumb.
It works. But it is dumb, but it works. Normie Republicans, conservatives go, okay, I see. I see that you've shown me who the stinky lefty commies who hate Israel are. So I will therefore love Israel to be anti-stinky lefty commies that you've drawn stink lines all over. Fuck. It works so well. It's unbelievable. Digital foil, I know. We're back. I don't even know if we're in 2016. I think we're back in 2008 is where we're headed. Going all the way back.
That's kind of what the VP sounded like on Joe Rogan. I'm not sure what he's doing. Now listen, I want the Democrats to lose. Not because I don't share their jersey, but because I do not share their fundamental principles. So
No, it's really because you don't share their jersey, because the Democrats overwhelmingly
It's
agree with
supposed to
you,
say
Benny
jersey.
boy. They also support Israel. They just have to be a little bit, they just do it in a different way. You're the same fucking uniparty. You all support Israel because you're all paid by them. Now you support them for other reasons, personal, ideological ones. But they all do because they all get paid.
I'm looking to support candidates who, number one, actually oppose Democratic policies, and two, can also win. So first, opposing Democratic policies.
That doesn't tell me fucking anything.
No, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. We could read more of his article, but I don't really give a fuck. He's
Oppose Democrat policies. So by that logic, just a Democrat with policies, it is Democratic policies.
Or more of the video, sorry, the article. I'm not watching all this, though. I brought it up in case we wanted to laugh at Ben Shapiro, but we got the gist, I think. These people were totally not paid, by the way. There's no one who's being paid money for this. They've been accused of it, as Joel Berry, who we mentioned earlier, says... Well, let's listen to J.D. Vance first, because this is what he said on the Joe Rogan podcast, which is that these people are being paid. It is obvious they are being paid. Not all of them are being paid. Some of them are so stupid that they do it for free. Joel Berry, very well, maybe one of these fucking retards who does it for free. I think he probably is. But I don't know. He could be. He could do it for free, or he could be being paid. It's difficult to say. J.D. Vance was not wrong about this, but you can see how they've set up the narrative where J.D. Vance is an evil anti-Semite or anti-Zionist, whatever, and so all the things that he's saying are wrong
Stop
and
trying to make
lies
him
and
look
evil.
based.
I'm not trying to make J.D. Vance look based.
Not you. I just mean the narrative.
Well, the narrative is doing that so that, well, understand it works in both ways. People on our side, right, might look at this and go, oh, damn, J.D. Vance is based. No.
Yeah.
Don't get your
no.
energy funneled into supporting J.D. Vance. He's another swamp creature. He's another fucking globalist. He is ultimately another Zionist, right? So don't, let your energy get siphoned into supporting J.D. Vance just because he's being slightly critical of Israel. It's all there just to make you expend and disperse more of your political energy. Fuck J.D. Vance. You know? It's all the same fucking swamp creatures, all the same slop. It is.
But I definitely think you have seen this very discreet, extremely...
Oh shit. Real quick. Hyper Omnimon, thank you, Hyper Omnimon for 5 says, don't remember who suggested Black Company. The books, yes. Bill, I think, likes those. Bill, you've read Black Company, haven't you? He's Bill, you've read Black Company, have you not?
First book, yes.
The first book. It's good?
Excellent.
He says it's excellent.
Ernst Jünger in fantasy.
Ernst Jünger in fantasy is what he says, which sounds very based. Read it. The series was good. Thanks. Thank you, Omnimon. Bill has read it. I will have to check it out at some point. Actually, it's been a while since I've read a fantasy series. I'd love to get into one. So I've been recommended that book from many people, and Bill loves it. Or that book series. So I will check it out. I will. Dissident Knight for 5 says, I went to see, seen what went on Japanese media arc. Anyway, Proper 2 had me watch Cure 1997. Seems right up Aiden's alley. Mesmerism and whatnot. Cure 1997. Like Pretty Cure? Hang on.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, oh! Yeah, I've never seen this. Detective, is it a film or a series? I've never seen this. I've heard of it. I thought you were talking about an anime for a second. Sorry. I will check this out as well, though. Got Basic Logic and Cure 1997 to check out. You guys are giving me all kinds of suggestions. Manu Chusai for 5 says, Ben looks like his eyebrows and tiny hat are fighting for dominance over his head. Christ, Ben is a caricature. He indeed is. So anyway,
he's become one. Certainly.
He has. Here's the horrific things that J.D. Vance said about the influencer sphere. This shit, we just watched the influencers all come out in complete alignment and say J.D. Vance can't lead the party. J.D. Vance is out. He's the bad guy. In fact, everything that's wrong with the Trump regime is really J.D. Vance's fault. They're not saying it that far yet. Trust me. They will be by the end of this. Every problem with the Trump 2.0 regime that gets criticized post facto will be put at the feet of J.D. Vance. He's the fall guy.
Well.
And by the way, I think he knows he is. But he's got to try to protect himself. He's also got to try to play along. Both things are required of him.
Funded campaign to try to derail the negotiation and try to derail the deal. And, you know, there's this Time article that came out yesterday. A friend sent it to me. It's like worth reading because it lists a bunch of people who have quite literally been paid by a former Trump campaign person who was himself paid by certain elements within the Israeli government. And those people are attacking me viciously for quite literally trying to accomplish the negotiation objective that the president set for the country. So
what is their position? Like, are they attacking you how?
Oh, it's social media posts. It's, you know, they're leaking to reporters. They're attacking me obsessively, saying that we should not be negotiating with Iran. We should just keep the military campaign
They
going
were doing this the whole
indefinitely.
time. This is true.
And
We were watching it. We've been watching it for the last 7 months now at this point, nearly. The attacking of J.D. Vance, which is true. They have been doing that because he is the scapegoat. Seems he recognizes it on some level.
and that is their
And then he says, hey, look, I'm being attacked. I'm being made a scapegoat. And their response is, yeah, throw him under the bus. Fuck him. It's astonishing. Who falls for this shit? Like, honestly, it's being laid out. Bare and simple. Naked in front of your eyes. Hey, this group of, like, pro-Zionist influencers are saying that I'm the bad guy. I'm the scapegoat for everything wrong that's happened in the Trump administration that's not gone over swimmingly with the public. And then, in response to this, they go, fuck J.D. Vance, he's not our guy. Marco Rubio is our guy. Do you not inherently evidence Vance's point? I mean, I don't trust J.D. Vance, but are you not inherently, intrinsically validating the things he's saying? When you then immediately turn around and say, he's not Israel's best friend, so fuck him. He's out. Curious.
explicit position. And coming after me saying that, you know, people have come after me and say that I'm influenced by Qatar, that I'm influenced by foreign governments, that, you know, I take my marching orders from Tucker Carlson, and there's just so much bullshit out there.
Tucker Carlson, by the way,
I got to make you someone based.
I got such a funny fucking... It's the next clip that I got. Tucker Carlson is being attacked for saying... Oh my... Just wait. I don't want to bury the lead.
Is it the woman?
I think it's also Jeremy Boring. I think it is also Jeremy Boring, who has made a psychological explainer on how Tucker Carlson manipulates you. How does Tucker Carlson manipulate people, Spoon? He uses a magical word, by the way.
By talking in a certain cadence. I will say,
by the way, that's it. That's almost it. You're so close. Yeah. If you've not seen this, you're almost completely correct. It's how he talks. That's how he's manipulating you. He uses the word,
there is an element
obviously.
Clearly. The AA pointed this out as well. I agree with Tucker Carlson.
Tucker's a CIA asset, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But there's a certain cadence in how he speaks that makes you think you're trying to sell me something.
Well, he certainly is. However, it's also very transparent because all of these people are selling you something. Yes, his fake laugh. All of these people are selling you something. And it just
I find the fake laugh kind of adorable because he does it so often.
I do too. I actually kind of like
it's part of his gimmick.
I kind of prefer the CIA asset over the Zio shills. I mean, they're all trash.
The CIA asset, I believe, is at least genuine.
Him, I think he might actually have some information, you know? The Zio shills are intentionally lying to you. Or stupid. Or
when
both.
what I'm actually trying to do is accomplish what the President of the United States told me to accomplish, which is a settlement of this that accomplishes our objectives. Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon. We have the free flow of oil.
It never did. It never did. Oil was... Isn't it hilarious? Iran never had a nuclear weapon. Oil was freely flowing through the Strait of Hormuz until we started a war of choice for Israel. Just so funny that we're still 7 months later stuck in this point
Everything
where it's like,
you wanted was there before
if only
you
we could
attacked
get the
Iran,
things that we
fucking
had
fuckwit.
before we started this war of choice.
Yeah. What's
just
the agreement
freeze?
called? The James CP something like that.
Did. I froze at a terrible moment too. Hang on a second. I think it came back, but I'll play this for a minute while I get my camera back on.
And gas. And like, I should be clear, you know, I don't actually mind.
Ooh.
I don't mind that the,
What the fuck?
you know, let's say certain elements of the Israeli government want to criticize the deal or have disagreements about the deal. I don't even mind an effort to try to influence, you know, foreign governments try to influence the United States all the time. You know, Israel does it, other countries do it. It's just sort of the nature of the beast. What bothers me is actually when Americans allow, meaning American leadership, allows that influence to affect their judgment and to affect what they are advocating for.
Yeah.
That's what really.
But these
Why
are
do
the
you
things.
think that is, JD?
Good question, right?
I like the way that he just explains the problem, but not the
But you can't explain the cause.
symptom of it.
No.
Yeah,
No,
the
you can
cause.
explain
Yeah, thank you.
the symptom.
Yeah,
You can't
drawing a
explain
blank
the cause of the disease.
Oh.
No, never, ever, ever. But even so, this is enough.
here. You're just explaining the effect.
You know, JD's the scapegoat.
Can I explain the
He
source?
is the sacrificial lamb for this. For all of it. It's happening. You know, I've never been a big fan of JD Vance. I've spoken openly about my
No, he
problems
comes
with him
across as kind of sketchy.
because I read Hillbilly Elegy when he published it, where he was
Also, his
skinwalking
wife is
my
not white.
people, pretending to be one of us. They not like us. They not like us. Okay, you're not one of us. You're not a hillbilly. You're from fucking Ohio. Doesn't count.
Bothers me. People are always going to try to influence the United States of America, whether they're allies of ours or whether they're enemies of ours. But again, when I open up the pages of Time magazine and I see that there's a literal foreign influence campaign being funded to tank the very deal that I was pursuing, by the way,
happen.
many of the people who were receiving that money were actually attacked.
Like, he was trying to come to a deal with Iran, and it was tanked. And it was described as anti-American.
Oh, the Israelis.
By the Israelis. Who the fuck else? But it was described as anti-American. What the fuck is JD Vance doing? We have to turn Iran into a glass car park, or else we have not won. Well, it's never gonna fucking happen unless you're willing to drop a nuke, which we're not. I know that there are many Americans on the conservative right who would love to just drop a nuke on Iran. Well, then how are you gonna get the resources out of it that you want?
I don't know how that's a win.
Well, they don't really live in reality, so they think like, oh, just nuke them, yeah, like, yeehaw, let's go, boys, we're gonna drop a nuke on them, sand, and words, you know, I think that's how they think about it. They completely dehumanize them. One of the oldest civilizations, yes, not in its former state, to be fair, but one of the oldest civilizations on Earth. Why? Because they are a threat to Israel. It has nothing to do with their nuclear capacity, which they don't have any to create nuclear weapons. It's nothing to do with the way they treat their people. Remember, that was the original complaint. Is, oh, they're terrible to their own people. They kill protesters. It has nothing to do with women's
there
rights.
was no evidence for that whatsoever, by the way.
But yeah, no, for the killing of the 50,000 protesters. Come on now, by the way,
Yeah,
who bought that shit?
it was just
Guys,
20,000, then 30, then 35, 40,
went up
50,
to
whatever.
50,000
Like,
within a
yeah.
week. Yes.
I noticed there was no
Several such
bodies.
cases of that kind of thing happening in history
There's
where
nothing.
a number keeps getting
How do
inflated.
you make 50,000 bodies disappear?
Yeah, how do you make 50,000 bodies? I mean, the thermodynamics on that one. I'm getting a little spicy. Anyway,
Yes,
rail it
6
in.
million, which is totally
bring it in,
totally
bring it back
legit
in.
and not completely bullshit.
Yes, Buckrock going, yes, dropping a nuke would be the end of the world, but there's a lot of these neocon conservatives, and they are bloodthirsty warhawks, and they just think, why can't I just kill them, all them? And I am mocking them and using a southern accent, despite being a southerner myself, because it's low IQ, and a lot of them do tend to have that kind of, the neocon people, they tend to fall into that kind of, I don't know, bucket.
Retardation.
I hate to say that because not all Southerners are stupid. Not all Southerners are evangelicals. Not all Southerners, in fact, many Southerners.
No, but they're known for talking with some kind of cadence like they're missing teeth.
Well, not inherent. No, you like talking in that accent. Southerners are overwhelmingly
I do.
Scots-Irish.
It greatly amuses me.
Southern Americans are overwhelmingly Scots-Irish. It's the same stock as the British Islands,
Although I prefer
you know?
the Doc Holliday accent. That's my favorite.
These people are not stupid. Just let
And 'cause
themselves
I'm
be
good at it.
led astray. Doesn't mean that they're dumb. They've let themselves be led astray. And it's because they live in communities that all reinforce this stuff around them. It doesn't mean that they're dumb or that they can't get better, you know? Maybe they can get better. Anyway, so what Joel Berry says here is that J.D. Vance claims people online disagreeing with his Iran deal were part of an Israel-funded op. I was one of the people disagreeing online. I'm a nobody. Nice humble brag. I mean, like, that is what he's doing. I wasn't paid. Maybe you weren't, but that just means you actually are a fucking loser.
Your
No matter.
organization is one of the most insufferable Israeli shields on the fucking
Your
internet, Joel. Shut the fuck
The
up.
thing is, you weren't paid directly, Joel Berry, but the organization you
Yeah.
work for.
'Cause I'm one of the biggest Israeli shields on the
Producer for the
internet.
Jeremy
I was
Boring
not paid
Show.
any money.
Former of the Babylon Bee. The organizations you have
You may
worked
as well be
for.
friends with the Daily Wire, for fuck's sake.
Well, I mean, he is. He produces Jeremy Boring Show. So yes.
Wait, does he?
Yes.
I did not fucking know that.
Producer for the Jeremy Boring Show. And formerly of the Babylon
Oh,
Bee.
God.
Yeah, this guy is as much of a fucking Israeli shill as it gets. You may not have taken money directly, but you did. That's your job, Joel.
You work for fucking one.
Your job is to promote pro-Zionist bullshit. And you get paid to do so handsomely. You do get paid. Not part of an op, you were. I'm a normal conservative American. Well then, count me out of that classification. Who thinks granting legitimacy and cash to a terrorist death cult sworn to kill us is a bad idea. Maybe you should have just attacked them then. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have attacked a sovereign country for the greater Israel project.
I don't think the Iranians actually give a flying fuck about the Americans.
No, I don't think so either.
I think most countries are. I think most countries are like this. As long as you're over there, they don't really give a flying fuck about you. As a matter of fact, I don't think most of the world thinks about the Americans unless they're close by.
Oops.
Like, really, I know that's like frame breaking to some of a lot of Americans, but like most of the world don't give a shit until you do dumb shit.
Sorry, I accidentally
Or
clicked
like
on the wrong thing.
bomb their neighbors or whatever the fuck.
Sorry about that. Spoon didn't see it. You guys did for a second. I accidentally clicked on the wrong thing in OBS. MRS Spaniard for 5 says, could you tell us more about the DNA testing project that you're working on and when we could see a proper launch? I need to make sure that I have the correct information about it, but from what I understand, again, the way that you're going to see more about that, and I can talk more about it when I know more about it, which is that it will probably be through other influencers who are telling you about that. I'm working as kind of a middleman there, which we do have a new DNA testing service that we are working with via the Beowulf Foundation, which will be based in that the point is not going to be to insert a bunch of Jewish DNA randomly into your analysis because it will promote cohesion, which is what I believe 23andMe does. They will just randomly throw in nonsensical genetics into your background so that you're like, oh, look, I'm 3% sub-Saharan African. Although I'm paler than the fucking sheet of paper, right? Because they've admitted to doing that. They've admitted to why they've done it.
Oh.
They do it because they say, well, we want to fuck with racists. So we want to give people random African or Asian or whatever DNA. So, is there something going on with this camera? Oh, it is. Oh, fuck. When I turned it back on... when I turned it back on, it had like a weird, makeup filter thing going on. So it... Sorry. Just realized something looked really weird on it. Turned off. Sorry about that. Bizarre. Anywho.
I don't know how that would fuck with the racists. That will just piss me off more.
No, it's supposed to make... Oh, we're all part of one race, Spoon. The human race.
No, we are fucking not.
The human race. We've all got a little bit of this and that. We're all just a big
I've
brown
seen the
melting
physiognomy of
pot.
some people. They're closer to fucking chimpanzees than they are me.
Don't you understand?
I understand.
We're all
plenty.
a big brown melting pot. No, it's this fucking camera or the video editing software, recording software. It has like a makeup filter. Okay, I'll show you guys, right? Welcome to what it looks like if I actually turn this makeup filter on. Which is the one that's very funny? Is it this one? There's one that's very funny. I think it... There's one that makes you look Asian. That's what I'm trying to find. There it is. Is that the one that's super Asian? I thought that was it. Oh, is that it? There was one that made me look so Asian before. I think it was that one. Oh. Are you looking
Well,
at
you do
this?
speak Japanese.
そうでしょうか。It looks terrible though, but
You've
like,
been accused of racism, by the way.
えでも私は日本語だって。もういいかね Fuck. I don't remember which one is like the super Asian. I think it was this one. But now it doesn't
I
look
like
that
the way
Asian.
that your dialect
Oh.
that you speak is old Japanese. It makes me think that you're basically talking Shakespeare. Talking Japanese.
I do speak in a slightly unusual dialect in Japanese, which is Kansai Ben. Yeah, this is it. This is the Asian one. There we go. Okay. Oh, hello, Spoon-kun.
Never call me that on stream ever again.
どうしてスプーンくんでどうして What's wrong with that? Look, I have become Asian. Yeah, it does look like that. Yeah, this is definitely the Asian makeup. It's not AI slop, it's actually just like a filter. You
I've
know?
already been accused of having yellow fever.
Turn that shit off. I don't know why, but when I turn it on, which I don't use this makeup shit. So, but it turned it back. It like randomly like put on a bunch of makeup on my fucking face and shit. Anyway. Anyway. Let's see. Terrorist death cult sworn to kill us, a bad idea. In fact, the majority of American conservatives think this. Oh, look, another appeal to consensus. Great. Whoops. Did it again. I'm off my base tonight. We thought this when Obama did it. When Obama did it, we think it now. What? Welcome again. We are returning to Obama. You can't escape from the fucking Obama prism. Stuck in the fucking Obama prism, guys. Vance's dismissal of honest disagreement. But he is honestly disagreeing. But you don't like that, so whatever. Dismissal of honest disagreement from his core constituency. Oh, sorry, that's what it was. Core constituency. They keep saying that. The 1% of people who are Jewish and vote Republican in the United States, that's your core constituency. Of Christian conservatives as a foreign op is extremely insulting. 1% tops of American conservatives, or of Americans who are conservative, are Jews. 1%. Your core base. And these Christian conservatives. I know that they do make a bunch of them, but they don't get motivated without the others. I don't know, maybe excise the cancer. And by that I mean just stop pandering, stop taking their money, and pander to Christian conservatives some other way.
Stop pandering in politics? Good
I
lord.
know. Impossible. I'm not
It's
saying
like
I'm
telling
not
a farmer don't use seeds.
giving you any kind of like double H stuff there. I'm just saying if you stop pandering to the 1%, quite literally the 1%, and stop giving them time and attention, then the Christian conservatives might fuck off in believing that they have to support that 1% of people. Manny Suicide for 5 says, someday someone will write a book titled 250 Years Together. It is inevitable. It is inevitable at this point. History will not be learned after it is written, and the cycle will continue. Indeed.
Unfortunately,
250 years
yes.
together is the inevitable next step. It must. Yeah. Scrump ate too much soap or something and he left? No, he was getting tired, I think. We will be streaming again tomorrow, though, as we've talked about, on our new show, Overcast, which I am shilling all evening long tonight. I will shill again. Shill away I go. Did that work?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sleepy myself.
I am getting tired, too, so let's... You know what? I think we've gotten the gist of a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
We're almost
You
at the end of...
thought as well. I don't know why, but like...
I don't know why I'm
barely
tired,
holding...
too.
I have no idea why, but you know, I'm like barely holding on.
Let's go through it. We got a little bit. We got about a half an hour left. How about that?
I don't know
Somewhere in that
why, by
vicinity.
the way.
So this is however, this is Jerry Boring show. Like I said, he comes after Tucker Carlson, as he is wont to do.
It's a very fitting name, by the way.
Yes, it is. So look at this is how Tucker tricks you, right? I do think there are some ways in which he comes off, he tries to portray himself as the little laugh and stuff like that. But it is obvious that Jeremy
He was a news
Boring's-
presenter, so of course he knows how to sell.
Yes, it is obvious to me, though, is that, like, the CIA asset, Tucker Carlson, is at war with the Zio right. They are clearly, and they have been for some time now, going, at least publicly, to war with each other. I think they all agree behind the scenes, by the way, but I don't know that for a fact. I
Obviously.
think they all grease their palms the same way, I should say, right?
Obviously.
This is the wow.
This is what's known as epistemic closure.
Epistemic closure, Jeremy. Tell me more.
So asking for evidence feels like you're the one who's out of bounds. My team analyzed 23 episodes.
Whoa. His team
didn't know he had
analyzed
such a hardcore
23
list.
episodes of Tucker Carlson. Jesus, do you understand like how stupid this is? We've done an in-depth
Well,
analysis.
yeah, because you just played a highlight reel of him saying the same word.
But he said the word obviously, Spoon.
So, obviously,
That's epistemic
What?
diversion or whatever the fuck he said. That's epistemic nonsense. It is nonsense.
of Tucker's show, we found hundreds of examples of this kind of language.
Oh no,
Obviously,
you used the word
clearly.
clearly.
Of course, everyone knows.
Oh, you mean verbal filler? You mean so you're making your point and you say obviously clearly in order to clarify the things that you're saying? Normal
I want to know the
English
context,
language
by the way, 'cause
conversation.
I have noticed when Carlson says things like obviously,
Mhm.
it actually is obvious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how you use the word obviously, Jeremy. Yeah. But no, it's epistemic confusion or whatever the fuck he called it. What was it?
Knows. There's a well-documented effect behind this. It's called the illusory truth effect. The more often
This
you
is
hear
true, by the way.
Oh God.
But they're basically.
This is
do
the
you see this?
bullshit that fucking. Yeah. Okay. No, I get what he's trying to say, but he's just telling me that this is how Tucker talks. But you're not giving me the examples of when he's using that.
He said obviously. He said clearly.
Maybe the reason why Tucker says that is because those things are
This is
obviously
obvious
true.
or clear. Yeah, maybe. Could it?
Yeah,
Could that,
it could just be
Jeremy,
that.
could it possibly be the case that the things that Tucker is talking about in those instances
Is
are
just true.
obvious prima facie? Possible? Maybe.
No, he's been accused of taking a manipulation tactic.
I at least am enjoying somewhat the war between the feds and the Zogbots, you know, whatever kind of gay shit they're doing publicly. I'm gonna laugh at it no matter what. Can't do anything else. Can't do anything about it other than laugh at it.
Especially something.
By the way, I've been called an elf many times, but I don't know. Jeremy Boring's got some real elfin ear, like goblin features going on there. I hadn't noticed that before.
He's got more goblin features.
Got those goblin ears, yeah.
Stated with extreme confidence, the more likely you are to believe it, whether it's true or not. Now, of course, not every use of the phrase "of course" is illegitimate. I just used it right there, but that's what makes it so tricky.
See, like
It's very funny.
this is so fucking fake and gay, man. I hate these people.
Yep.
See, Tucker takes these phrases and he tacks them often enough.
He
onto
uses these
legitimate-
he uses these things called English words.
It's called
And he
language.
tricks you with them. Now I can use the same words, and I do all the time. So you can't criticize me for using them because it's just part of English language. But when Tucker does it, God, can you imagine being a boomer and taking this kind of shit seriously and living in this fake fucking
no.
world that they construct for you? I think I'd want to fucking top myself. I would. Jesus. If I woke out of my stupor one day and believed that all this shit was real. Fuck me, dude.
Legitimately obvious and self-evident
Ah,
claims.
to be a
But then he
boomer.
deftly weaves them in with wild, unsubstantiated claims, with a thought-terminating phrase
Such
like,
as?
"Of course."
A thought-terminating phrase such as "of course." As he admits, he himself just uses the term
I'm
"of
curious
course."
as to the
It's
example because right now he's just saying this is every time
no, that's
Tucker
it.
does this, he's lying.
He
No,
can
it's not
use it
true. So
again.
I'm
It's,
wanting to know, like, where is does he present an example?
he says obviously and of course. No, Jeremy Boring can use those words, but Tucker Carlson can't because he is not a friend of Israel. Enough of one as he should be. Now again, I think this is all probably fake and gay as well. I feel like I feel like I have been further on the fake and gay side than either you or even Scrump was. Like, and Scrump is the ultimate everything is fake and gay guy. And I said that I thought that tranny was fake or an actor of some sort. Maybe I've gone too far. Maybe I have. I'm just, because everything is so fake and gay. So I just expect everything to be. And when something looks fake and gay, I tend to think it
Tacked on at the end,
probably
as if
is.
he's merely commenting that the sky is blue. Here he is, for example,
Well, maybe he is commenting that the sky is blue. Jeremy?
commenting on the Russia-Ukraine war and America's role in it. The Ukrainian government has tried to assassinate Vladimir Putin multiple times. Has the CIA assisted with the targeting of those drones? Yes, obviously. Tell me how you didn't. No source, no document, no former official on the right.
Well, yeah. The United States is in a proxy war with Ukraine, or with Russia to support Ukraine because the United States is backing Ukraine. Not as much as I know some people would like it to, but it clearly is because the United States is responsible for this entire fucking situation in Ukraine. The United States installed a puppet in Ukraine in 2014 in the Euromaidan. The United States, fucking A, the CIA in the United States put fucking, Zelensky in power. An actor who played the president of Ukraine in his biggest starring role before becoming the president of Ukraine. You can't even make that shit up. It's so fucking unbelievable that even at this point, there's people who don't understand this shit. They literally put Zelensky in a role where he plays the common man who gets exalted to becoming president of Ukraine. And then guess what? It happens in real life. Do you think that's an accident? No, it's just fucking conditioning. And so that then, when you talk about it, as I am right now, you sound like a crazy person. Because what? It's just a coincidence. Come on now. It's all fucking fake and set up. Ukraine is one of the most fucking corrupt countries on earth, and that is saying something. The United States has owned Ukraine since 2014. Definitively. It's owned it before that as well, but definitively since 2014 in the Euromaidan. So fuck off with this, Jeremy.
Record, no whistleblower, nothing.
And by the United States, what I really mean is Israel, because the whole point of capturing Ukraine, the United States capturing Ukraine, is to make it into a second Zion. That is the goal of the people that Jeremy Boring agrees with. Is that because so many Jewish people are of an Ashkenazi background, and their homeland is in parts, it's the Volga region, it's Ukraine, that part of Europe, is that, well, Ukraine is our rightful clay, and we claim it. And we're going to take Ukraine back, and that's why there is a Jewish guy who is the president of Ukraine, who was an actor who played the president of Ukraine in a television show beforehand. And before him, a bunch of people that, it was a series of people that the United States personally selected, that we know were personally selected. It was Yatsenyuk. Personally selected by the United States government to lead Ukraine. As the end of a people's color revolution. United States op. All of it.
Just obviously. And then immediately, the inversion. The burden of proof shifts. It no longer belongs to the person making the claim. It belongs to the CIA and to you for doubting it.
What a fucking tool. All right. Yeah, don't care about this is what I wanted. This is the end of basically the segment, and then we'll just do some other stuff for fun for a little bit here. This is what's really going on. Iran war has cost $37.5 billion. This is what they don't want you to pay attention to. And I don't trust that this is the full number. $37.5 billion, and they have asked for $88 billion more. So the war's been going on for 7 months. It's cost, let's, we'll estimate up a bit, $40 billion. They're asking to triple that. 3 more years. 2.5. That's what it sounds like to me. 2 more years in Iran. What would that be, by the way, Spoon? The end of Trump's presidency? Would it? Thereabouts?
Possibly.
Around the end?
Yeah, possibly. I don't really see how he's going to recover from that.
Oh, no, what?
I mean,
he's done then.
Not that he's... Yeah, well, not that he's got to do anything. I mean, he can't serve another term.
No.
I imagine he'll fade away and the whole Make America Great
all
Again
the bad
thing
stuff
will
will get
become a
blamed
meme
on
and then
JD
fucked off.
Vance. They want to triple
don't think
what
that
we've
will
already
happen.
spent on this. Throughout the rest of Trump's presidency, I'm guessing. So if you think the Iran war is over, I mean, again, we're back at war with them again, actively. It's not. It's not over. And they're expecting to, from this estimate, be there for another 2 years. Minimum. That's what Hegseth's asking for. Hegseth, I think, is also, Scrump brought that up, is also going to be thrown under the bus. He already has been. He'll be the villain. He's the bad guy, not Trump. Not the guy you voted for. He's good. And that preserves your ego as a Trump voter. I'm saying this as a Trump voter myself, right? But that's the psychological mechanism going on there, Not just that, but I mentioned this before, but there's more dead U.S. troops. Don't pay attention to this. Pay attention to all this, bullshit about how we have to, we're going to clean up the left and make them less radical. We got to take away we got to clean up the right, get rid of these anti-Semites and these anti-Israel people. Got to get rid of them, Tucker Carlsons of the world and the JD Vances. There's more Americans who are dead. Third member of the armed forces was killed in northern Iraq. There's been 2 others. This is the real consequence of Trump's war for Israel, is that American soldiers die. And as an American, I don't approve of it, you know? Because we've gone back to war with them. We've gone back into active hostile engagement. American soldiers are and have died. I don't think it's worth 1 drop of American blood to go fight and die or be spilt for Israel. Personally. Maybe I'm the patriot. I don't know. So, maybe we'll talk more about the UK stuff tomorrow. Let's end off by talking about the Odyssey for a little bit, because it's okay. Guys, I have some okay. Spoon, have you seen this?
No, but I know what it is. It's the cringe Hollywood rap thing.
It's not a rap.
Why?
It's a poem that's spoken as a rap. Okay, guys, I'm gonna play it. If you'd like to donate a super chat to get me to stop, I will
Now
stop.
would be a good time.
But right now, as it is, I'm letting it fly, and it is one of the worst things I've ever seen. It truly. This is my Odyssey into hell.
Penelope,
Antinous,
Odysseus,
Athena,
Telemachus,
Calypso,
Penelope,
Menelaus,
and Helen of Troy.
Odyssey,
After the Iliad,
hidden no horse,
won the war.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Odyssey,
Odyssey,
Itching for Ithaca, get past the
Peloponnesian Peninsula,
Odyssey,
Mediterranean,
psych out of Cyclops,
and crater his cranium.
Circe is
cursing them.
Men into bacon bits.
gotta go
On the road to where
My
Hades
God.
Odysseus,
Athena,
Telemachus,
Calypso,
Is this extortion? Yes. I'm extorting you, chat.
The story in 6 feet.
Pull a hexameter,
Call it whatever, so long as it's this beat.
sirens on
Suitors on suitors.
and Zilla,
Charybdis.
don't munch on the moors.
But Helen, Athena,
A thousand
and
curses
generous.
upon your walking stick. No, rappers always using it.
Traveled so
Far and so wide and his
life came on.
unraveled and
Tell me, music that
hero who's
Gotta be
tired as hell.
all because of
The Odyssey.
Odysseus,
The Odyssey.
Telemachus,
Penelope. The Odyssey.
Antinous,
the Odyssey,
Odysseus.
Bill's not here. Bill can't get to me. I mean, he is down there, but don't let him know.
Right, who do I see to get financially compensated for that?
The cringe. It's
Overwhelming.
So many people are familiar with what Schadenfreude is, which is the enjoyment of
Yes.
someone else's suffering.
Of
This
someone else's pain, yeah.
is called Fremdscham, which is deep, painful embarrassment at someone else's behavior. This is Fremdscham. Those Germans got a word for everything, and this one
God bless
is
the Germans.
Fremdscham. There is your word of the evening, friends. Fremdscham. Homer is indeed rolling in his grave. By the way, even the feminist translator of this stupid shit hates it. I'm gonna end
Yeah.
with a little bit of Keir Starmer memes, but this woman can't stand it either. So this is Emily Wilson, the woman who keeps being kind of blamed for why Christopher Nolan's Odyssey turned out the way that it did. Is that like, well, we're following the Emily Wilson, the woke translation by this feminist woman who removed all of the rape. It's Fremd. Oh, type it here. Fremd. I believe this is right. Fremdscham. I believe that is the correct. Fremd with an M. There we go. I think that's correct, but Google it to make sure that that's the correct spelling. This woman is again Emily Wilson. She's responsible for the translation, the feminist translation, the woke translation. However, she's now seen the product that has been blamed consistently or attributed consistently to her writing and her translation of the Odyssey, which I've been listening to again because I haven't read it since I was in. I don't even know if it was high school or if I was in middle school when I read the Odyssey and the Iliad. I think I might have been in middle school. It's been so long. I might have been like 12, right? But this is her translation. They constantly propped up, oh, Emily Wilson's translation. Oh, it's so modern. It's so modern. And kind of putting the blame on her in that sense. And now she's seen the film and goes, you ruined the heroic epic. Even the feminist is unhappy. Yet, okay, by the way, look at her discussing. This is not her yet. Sorry, this is the interviewer. Emily Wilson also looks like a man. But this is not her, this is the interviewer.
What did you think about the film in terms of this notion of
They both like men.
the Odyssey as an anti-war text?
I mean, I thought it. I want to,
This is her. This manly-faced woman. And look, I ain't got no much room to talk. I got a pretty manly jaw. But this masculine-faced woman is the one who did the translation, not the other masculine-faced woman who was interviewing her. The one who's British is the one who's responsible.
not spoil anything about the film because I know the majority of people.
Oh, no, you wouldn't want to spoil a 3,000-year-old story, would you? Fucking A. So. It's all so fucking annoying. How has no one... How is there anybody in the Western zeitgeist who hasn't read or is not at least a little bit familiar with the story of the Iliad and the Odyssey? But they keep telling us, I keep seeing around the talk of this film, that it is the foundational feature, a foundational text, foundational myth of all of Western canon. So what the fuck is up? The spoilers thing drives me nuts. Okay.
People haven't seen the film. I mean, the film has these flashbacks to the Trojan War. I'm not sure if I see it as an entirely anti-war film, but it certainly presents us with an Odysseus who feels very bad about certain things that he's done in war and is struggling to process them in a
By the way, there have been other anti-war films that have been done in the past that are based on the Odyssey. You're not even novel in this sense. What is it? God, I can't think of the name of it. Very famously, God, ooh, someone in the chat might know sci-fi film that is based on the Odyssey very loosely. Can't think of it right now. It's right there in my head, but I can't remember it.
I would say very modern psychiatrized way, and he's struggling to
no
process
one has psychiatrized it.
Struggles to do
says
so
the feminist.
for help with his recovery.
Right.
And he seems to feel bad about being a warrior.
Yes, Little Platoon called it Boomer Slop because it's yet another Vietnam War is a bad film. Yes, yes. Oh man, the name of the Apocalypse Now. Is that it? Yes. Yes, I think so.
Is that a
That's what I'm
question
thinking
for me?
of. Have you seen Apocalypse Now?
I have, yeah. It's been a fucking long time.
I
But
think
yeah.
that's an adaptation of the Odyssey, ultimately.
With Martin Sheen and Marlon Brando.
Yeah, yeah.
And
There's
Pretty
your
sure.
there's your modern adaptation, right?
I think Robert Duvall was in that as well.
Yeah, it's a great film.
Mhm.
We never actually get to see him doing much warrioring, which I thought in a way was a bit of a shame. I mean, we do get to see the boat, which is lovely, but I think in some...
Yeah, it's not sci-fi. I couldn't remember what film I was thinking of. It had the word apocalypse in it. I couldn't remember what film I was thinking of. Sorry, guys. That I did throw you off on that. I couldn't remember. My brain was not functioning. Wasn't firing at full thrusters on that one. I did come to what I was thinking of, though, eventually.
In some ways, I mean, I was realizing, thinking about the film, there's a tolerance for ambiguity in the world of the Odyssey, which I don't think there exactly is in the world of Hollywood blockbuster action films.
Right.
And I think that's one of the big challenges.
No, Apocalypse Now is not sci-fi. I was just misspeaking. I do think you said that Heart of Darkness as well. Heart of Darkness as well. Perhaps an adaptation of the Odyssey. This is a refrain throughout all of the Western canon, right? The same themes that you find in Homer's original work is repeated over and over again. The man who goes away to war and comes back, you know? And this is a constant refrain throughout all of the Western, all of Western literature and mythology, and also all of our great stories. Many of them are based on this same theme. The hero's journey, if you look at it from a Campbellian perspective, it's all the same story, ultimately.
Challenges for Nolan, right?
Yeah,
That is
Hero
that
with a
he
Thousand Faces.
has to make the protagonist
2001: A Space Odyssey, yeah.
likable all-American hero,
right?
Which is a real challenge if you're basing this on a poem where the hero is not necessarily motivated by romantic love or being a nice...
He is quite literally motivated by romantic love, which they have removed from this film, from my understanding, where Odysseus specifically says he doesn't want to go home to his wife. Whereas in the story, that is his main driving goal. He's been away from his wife and his son for over a decade at this point. When the Odyssey takes place, not during the Iliad, of course, and that's just erased from it. Oh, it's not about love. Yes, it is. It is entirely about love for one's family, about love for one's wife. And a feminist has chosen to erase this. What a fucking surprise, right? Oh, Jesus. Just destroying. I don't think this film has actually done well, by the way. I think it has made money, but I think it's made less money than is being reported. And I do think that this was just a giant fucking cash grab for Christopher Nolan and to pay himself and a bunch of his friends.
Suburban parent, but actually he wants glory, and he wants to get spoils
Ulysses,
from the
of
sack
course.
of a city.
Ulysses, James Joyce's Ulysses is the Odyssey. I mean, it is in the name. Ulysses is another name for Odysseus, right? So that is quite literally James Joyce's Ulysses, yes. I must admit, I did not enjoy Ulysses. I had a really hard time reading that book. It took me like months to read Ulysses. I did not enjoy that book. I don't know if I'm just not a fan of James Joyce or what. I really struggled with Ulysses.
You'll see what Nolan does with all of that, but it's different things from what Homer does.
Right.
I kept looking in vain for a sense that this was a film about glory. I think it's a film that has some interest in
Looking in vain that this was a film about glory. Even she is repulsed by how unglorious it is. How it is antithetical to the narrative of the Odyssey. Now, I think she's just trying to get out from this. She knows that this is a fucking catastrophe. She knows that this will not be remembered well by history and is trying to get out from it. As a translator, I think she recognizes that your name will be remembered one way or the other in history. And you might as well try to stake out your claim and say, no, no, no. Yes, it was my translation. Yes, they followed me directly, but this is not what I meant by that. Trust me.
But I don't think it has any interest in glory.
I was going to ask you sort of if there were any scenes from the book that you wish had been in the movie, or tonalities, or
Oh yeah, they removed all the villainous acts of Circe and Calypso. TJ France for 5 says, "Stop this madness. Let's not let this woman ramble on anymore. Who cares? Let's instead look at the Rotten Tomatoes scores." Because what has happened is that someone has hacked Rotten Tomatoes and looked at their JSON data, which, although publicly it says that the Odyssey is at 97% in audience score, the JSON data proves it's at 56%, excuse me, at least according to this post. Now, I can't confirm or deny this. This has gone quite viral. At least I've seen it all over Twitter. But if true, big if true, right? Then open the Odyssey on Rotten Tomatoes, click anywhere on the page, and then select View Page Source. So it's not really being hacked, just viewing it. A few lines down, you'll see the JSON data block that looks like the linked count. Or maybe it is hacked. Extracting the true pool score, right? So this is how they've apparently been able to get the all audience pool score. Now, if true, don't be surprised by this, obviously, because this has happened many, many times in the past with sites like Rotten Tomatoes, where, look, they don't give a fuck. They know that a certain movie has to do well. So they bump up the positive views. We know that these sites are completely manipulated. And in this case, I think it just has to, all they're trying to do is wait it out. Is wait out until the theatrical release is over, hope that they get as much money as they can, but the point, and Spoon, do you have that post I asked you for? Yes, you do. I think that this guy's, I think this guy is on the market with us. You think Christopher Nolan failed. You think he made a terrible movie, gonna bomb at the box office. That is true. We didn't fail. He succeeded. Because the movie isn't the point. The movie was never the point. The grift is the point. I don't know if this is entirely true, but I do think the point is to grift. It's absolutely okay, from Chris Nolan's point of view, for the studio to lose hundreds of millions of dollars because the plan is for the studio to lose that money into Chris Nolan's pockets. That's why the movie is terrible. That's why the casting choices are laughable. It is not about sacrificing everything to a grand agenda. And I want to be clear about this, is that not everything is about a grand political agenda. Sometimes it really is just grifting. It's just financial incentives. They're just thieves. He didn't care. Might as well do whatever. And give a bunch of his friends a bunch of money. All of the promotion for this film, all of the things that made it get into the public spotlight, I think, as we must admit, was its insane casting. Was the fact that they cast Lupita Nyong'o as Helen of Troy, the face that launched
Yes, which
1,000
was a
ships.
joke.
Yes, the fact that they
Yeah.
reintroduced the character of Sinon, who doesn't
Ugly as
exist in the
shit woman.
Odyssey, as a
She's also a deeply unlikable person.
yes,
Like,
and
you've seen in the interviews. Oh my
I
god,
know
what
she's
just a
she's
smug
truly
bitch.
contemptible.
Obnoxious.
That they cast
Just a
Ellen
horrible
Page
person.
as a Greek warrior. All of this shit was designed entirely to get
The
people
armor
angry.
that she has to wear is
Yes,
heavier
terrible
than
armor.
what she
Yeah.
weighs.
Terrible. It was all just designed to make you angry.
Yeah,
To
The
get people
Prestige was
talking
probably
about
his best
it.
movie.
Yeah. However, I do think this is a sign of the end. I know people are looking at this and saying, "No, this is going to tell Hollywood they can keep doing this stuff." No, they can't.
No.
Because this is a major production, and I think this is a last-ditch effort. This is the last. There will be more because there's already things that have been produced or in production, but this is the death knell. Because this is saying we're just going to do some woke shit to try and steal a little bit of money, a lot of money.
People would
out of the,
love there to be more
studios.
woke shit because then there could be more shit to complain about.
Disparu would love there to be more fucking woke shit. He said this openly. Not just him. But like, yeah, of course he'd love there to be more woke shit. That's his grift, you know? That's an entire section of YouTube's grift. If you want to call it that. If movies get good,
I find this stuff very boring.
if movies become actually good again, then that whole section of YouTube kind of fails. In a sense. Not necessarily.
Yeah,
People
that's
might still
actually-
listen to them because they just want to know if a movie's good or not, or like what happened in it. But the whole anti-woke side of YouTube, people who have made themselves very, very wealthy, people like, again, this is not shade. This is, in fact, go get your bag, kings. Yeah, people like Gary Nerdrotic, people like people like Moeller, get your bags,
Okay.
king. But if Hollywood stopped being this way, it would impact negatively their YouTube careers, right?
I
So
think
of
they would
course
just start talking about stuff they actually like.
Right. Well, they could do that, but it's
Some of them could do that.
not all. It is also very
Drinker
profitable.
could do that because he's got Drinker Recommend series, which I actually quite like.
I do too. I like when Drinker actually
Yeah.
recommends good stuff, you know? But it is in and of itself its own kind of market, right? Can't you folks stay on track? No, I'm on track.
We are on track. Fuck you talk about?
The name of the game isn't to maximize the third bucket, it's to personally take as much as you can from all three. Yep. Production bucket of 500 million, marketing budget of 500 million, some third unknown amount of money that the movie's going to make. This guy just goes through, it's a very long post, but he goes through, what he's talking about is the exact same stuff that I was just talking about here, which is
Hollywood
the JSON
accountant.
data that Mr. Obvious has posted, which it does seem that, to me, I think this guy might be onto something, this Devin Erickson guy, which is that, yes, this was just to, you know, get a bit of fucking cash. Line your goddamn pockets, right? And I also think that they've likely bought out theaters. This also is not new. They've been doing this for years. This is, again, Mr. Obvious, where he says, Breaking the Odyssey is faking. No, that's his claim. Faking ticket sales by buying up theaters/seats. Fraud to make the movie look like a success. Already 400. A lot of the stuff that he said here, no offense, Mr. Obvious. This guy and I have known each other for a long time. But I don't think this is entirely correct. However, what we do know is that movie theaters have been doing this for a very long time, right? They absolutely have been doing this. They buy up, because by the way, a lot of these seats have been purchased for over a year. Are there some people who are such extreme Nolan fanboys that they would buy a ticket to a film a year before it comes out? Yes.
No.
These people do it. No, some of those people exist. A couple of them.
Not in great numbers.
Enough to buy out a cinema? Even one. Let alone in every city in the United States. To have cinemas completely bought out a year in advance. I don't think
No.
anybody's that much of a fan of anything.
No.
Maybe a couple. Again, like a
Well,
handful.
The
but
only
come on
time
now.
that happened that I could recall, the only time in my entire lifetime I could ever recall a theater sold out for any movie
Yeah.
was Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. And this Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings, it is not. Now, all right. I want to have a little bit of a meme. So, let's get out of here with some funny stuff. With some funny stuff, because it is indeed funny. Starmer has resigned as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. We won't listen to all of it, but he has resigned. Now, Starmer bros, it's so over. The 1,000-year Starmer Reich, the 1,000-Kier Reich has ended. Rest in peace. It's all so over. We'll play a minute of this.
And I thank the British people for the opportunity to
No.
serve. I go with good grace.
Not the 1,000-year Keir Starmer
with a
Reich.
smile, and I go proud of everything that we have achieved. Thank you very much.
There you go. He's gone. Bye. Andy Burnham will be taking his place. I think we'll talk more about it tomorrow, so I don't want to step on this too much about Andy Burnham, for example, that he has gone scorch fucking earth in terms of his cabinet, fired David Lammy, sacked David Lammy, sacked Rachel Reeves. Oh, so many, but kept on Ed Miliband, because of course. However, I just want to give you a little Starmer meme. Can I even play this? Starmer allegedly has posted this. It's just a Spoon, do you know what film this is? Which Fast and Furious movie is this from? Right? I can't, actually play the audio. I said this to you earlier, Spoon. Hello? Spoon Cooin. Did he dip when I was about to play the Fast and Furious thing? Okay. I don't know, but allegedly Keir Starmer posted this about this Fast and Furious meme, which I can't play the audio of, and I agree, when I watched this morning, this was the exact emotional experience that I had. Oscillating between baffled and delighted. I can't put, there's copyrighted music in that, so I can't play it. What a bizarre thing to fucking show. So, Stormer's gone.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Goodbye. That's from some Fast and Furious movie, isn't it?
Presumably, yeah.
Let's just play a meme. Let's play a meme and get out of here, because I think we're both a bit sleepy. You seem a little bit low energy. Alright.
Is it a Gooner thing?
No, it's not the Gooner thing. It's a new meme. I would never show you the same meme twice. I mean, it might, but anyway. Anyway, guys, this will be our final meme of the evening, and thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Is it 4 Fast, 5 Furious? Something like that? I don't know. 7 Fast for you, 2, 5 Furiosa. I'm not really sure what it is, but this will be our ending meme of the night, lads, and we will see you tomorrow, hopefully, on Overcast. Please come check out our inaugural episode. I think it will be very fun. It will be... It's gonna be less like news and politics heavy, like the way that we do Broken Crown, or even like science news heavy, the way that I do this Wizard and Simple over on the Science Simple channel. Also, I'll talk more about the videos released tomorrow, because I'll have a better idea tomorrow from my sponsor. Let's instead end with a little bit of a meme. Here we go.
To the house.
Sorry, I started over again, because fuck me. Oh my god! Twitter, fuck you. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
To the house.
The question is...
To the house.
That was it. That was it. Goodbye, Kier. Goodbye, Kier. So sad to see you go. Actually, a little bit. The esoteric Starmerites must rise up. We'll never forget you, and the 1,000 Keir Starmer Reich. Anyway,
His replacement is fucking boring. Oh my god.
Andy Burnham is such a fucking wet.
Andy Burnham is just.
Oh, Andy Burnham is such a fucking.
No,
we'll talk about
God,
his.
so
Look,
boring.
he did sack David Lammy and Rachel Reeves, which is very funny. But dude, Andy
Yeah, but
Burnham and
because
his
you
faux
replace them with
northern.
were fucking
Oh, let me get
worse.
some more Oasis playing in the fucking back. What a fucking tool he is. So we'll talk more though, perhaps about Andy Burnham and the massive tool
Bellend that he is.
bellend that he is tomorrow. For now, though, thank
Yeah.
you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for all of your donations, and we will see you tomorrow. Cheers, and bye-bye.